What's good, everybody? I thought we were doing this to learn about Tony, the man behind the mirror.
This is for everyone who had a toasted cheddar chalupa and thought, wow,
It's about
this is
BlakeBish.
so
It's
good.
about the three of
Sure
us.
hope Taco Bell never takes it away.
What's going on over there, Jskinz?
What's going on over here? I was just making sure I had everything set up properly on my screen. I wanted to make sure I could hear you guys. My chat could hear you guys.
Oh, got you.
First podcast stream tweaks
okay.
and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So you playing like the ads right now? Like, is that the ad to your stream right now?
Ads on my stream?
I can hear the stream coming through your side there.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm so sorry, guys. That's my
No, you're good.
phone, making sure everything is okay.
That's okay. You were just like talking about what you're actually doing.
No, I didn't realize the phone was way up so loud. That's totally my bad, everybody.
No, you're good. Is that better, guys? Can you guys hear Potna better? They were saying you were too low. But all right, bet. So yeah. So today, yes, sir. All right, Potna, talk real quick.
Yeah. Hey, what's up? Can you guys hear me better?
All right, yeah,
All right,
We're all good.
Yeah,
We're all good.
And
Yeah,
actually,
yeah,
guys,
sounds good on my chat's end here.
Yep. All right, cool. All right, bet. Yeah, so today we're just gonna get into we're gonna be doing introductions. We're gonna all explain who we are as people. Potna's gonna go say who he is. Jskinz is on the bottom right here. So just so you guys can see, Potna's on the top left on my screen. Jskinz is bottom.
Dude,
and we're just all gonna go through,
I don't want to
explain
talk about
who we
me,
are.
Dude.
Oh, we got to.
Why
Let's
you
get
gotta
it.
get to know me like that, huh? Nah.
hey, okay, guys.
Special guest.
So I'll start it off, but I would love it if you guys asked me a question.
Thanks, guys.
I would love it if you guys asked me a question.
I'm
and I
glad
go
you're
off
here
like
and
that.
checking things out.
But yes, we are taking special guests eventually. So Potna,
You got points.
where exactly are you from? Like, I know you're from Canada, but like, where exactly?
I'm from in Canada or before that? Because I actually moved.
Before.
Well, yeah, before. And where are you at now?
Okay. I moved here from Taiwan. I was born in Taiwan. Okay, I'm Taiwanese. And I moved here when I was 7. It was actually like a quick transition. I just hit 7 or something like that, grade 2, right? And one day my parents were like, "All right, we're going to Canada," and it just literally dropped it on my lap. And I remember in like a couple months we were just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hell
it was
yeah.
like middle of the school year too.
So you actually have like memory of that, because like I personally could not tell you any memory of myself at the age of 7. It's like you remember, like that was a big thing for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
I guess I remember because I know I came here when I was 7, and I know I was in Taiwan before that, and I remember that one piece. But it's not like I remember every day.
Yeah.
But you remember much about your childhood, Blake?
Wait, so
No,
you
to
don't
be
remember
honest,
when you
no.
were 7, bro?
Yeah, that's
No,
pretty
I couldn't
old.
tell you one thing that happened when I was 7. Real quick, Potna, my mom, she gets the special answer. She wants to know how long your hair is.
Your mom is in your chat right now.
Yeah, she wants to know how long your
Hi,
hair is.
Mom.
Hey, Blake's mom. Hey, I would love to answer that question. I also want to answer one of your comment earlier. Will there be guest space later? That's a great question, and we are definitely looking to do that. But in regards to your mom's question, if my hair is let down, like they're twists, right? But each individual dread, if I don't twist them, it goes past my nipple.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh my
And then you
God.
twist them, it's above my nipple, and that put them up, it's above my.
So wait,
forehead.
How long in total?
Yeah.
How long in total?
Yeah,
like the inches?
Yeah.
I've never measured.
Well, wait,
maybe like-
inches. What do they use in Canada?
Is that centimeter?
Millimeters.
Millimeter. I'm fucking dumb.
No, I would have said
My
centimeter.
30 inches. It's gotta be like 28 inches.
Time wise, how long?
Oh, time wise, okay, 3 years from the straight hair into the dreaded part. Growing the
Damn, that's
dreads
lit.
3 years. Yeah.
So wait, do you
That's lit.
not grow facial hair and it just all goes to your head?
Hey, Jskinz, your question to me was, can I grow facial hair?
No,
or
I
not?
said, do you not
Son of
grow
a
facial hair and it just goes to your head instead?
Basically, I mean,
There-
I'll show you guys right.
There you go. Ooh.
Okay, big beard out here.
Like a week's work. This is a week's work right here.
Really? Oh my god. See, I have the
Yeah.
opposite problem. My hair is fleeting my head. I'm going to my face.
Going into your
it's going,
beard?
it's going south. It's going south.
Down south, eh? That's awesome. Yeah. So basically, I moved to Canada when I was 7, and now I live in Vancouver. I live in the west side of Canada, and you know, I'm very happy here. But I'm always even more happy to travel.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Dude,
So-
that's lit. That's super lit.
Like, what's your like dream travel spot?
My dream travel spot.
Yeah.
So do you mean like where I would want to end up
No,
finally,
no,
or
no, like
No.
if you could just go anywhere right now for like a month.
I think that I would love to go to Colombia. I would love to go to Colombia. The weather's right, the women's right, and you know they have a good natural local export that I'm interested in trying as well. So Colombia, I think, would be my top visit
There
destination.
you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And Blake, you told me yourself that you weren't a Florida native. You told me that you grew up somewhere else originally. Where was that?
Yeah. Yeah. So for anybody in Jskinz or Big Potna's chat, my name is Blake Bishop. I'm originally from West Virginia, and I just moved about a year ago to Florida. And so I personally have been here, like I said, for about a year. I train MMA, jiu-jitsu. I do a few things like that, and I've been streaming for in total, I want to say 3 years. I started out a Fortniter. I was a Fortniter at first, believe it or not.
Ooh,
And now I
how
just do anything.
embarrassing.
Yeah, and I was an epic gamer, bruh. And and so yeah, so I've been
What's
in total
up,
going for about
Ben?
3 years now. So but
Hell yeah, dude.
very
I'm so
seriously
jealous
doing
you
it
went to Colombia.
for about
I'm so
a few months
jealous.
now. So super fun, super fun.
Yeah. Okay. And you're talking about like streaming, of course, right? Like now you're taking this seriously for the past 3 months and everything.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
and Blake, from my understanding, you have an OnlyFans, correct?
Yeah. Yeah. It's onlyfans.com/coronacop. I don't know how to pronounce it.
I
Yeah.
was waiting for that one. That one's live
Yeah.
now. Huh? That link
Yeah,
is live
yeah,
now.
it's live. It's live, bro. It's live, bro.
And,
But yeah.
from my understanding, Big Panda also has an OnlyFans. It's strictly feet pictures, but it is there.
Yeah, it's only my feet for now, but you know, eventually you guys will see.
Ben,
other
I
people's
appreciate
feet.
you
like
stopping by.
Jskinz
This is
feet,
a
for
new thing
example.
we're trying out.
Yeah.
Dude, my feet, I don't even like, dude, when I was younger.
Thank you for follow Bitten.
Yeah, Benton, dude. He's in my chat. He subbed to me. My guy.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Are you guys talking about Biddy? Yeah, Biddy's my boy.
You guys all know.
Ben?
Yeah, it must be
Ben,
from.
wow, he must be
Blake
sub to.
first.
Is he sub to you then? Oh no,
No,
yeah. Wait, he said following me 2 minutes since 2 minutes ago. He said, yeah, I'm subbed. Well, regardless, here's my foot.
Lie.
Oh,
Ooh, okay, big time.
Dude,
big
it's a
time,
little
big time.
brown.
Oh,
I got a little bit of fungus
want to
growing on
cancel,
there.
but,
That's no sock. That was just my foot. It's a little fungusy. I'm really sorry.
Jskinz, so I genuinely do not know this about you, right? So like, what is your stream history? Like, when did you start? What have you played throughout your stream history?
I originally started back in May of 2019. I was playing I played Undertale, I think was the first game that I ever streamed, maybe. Eli,
What is
what's
Undertale?
good? Undertale is it's a 30 FPS 2D story heavy story game. So like you can play through it and kill everything. You can play through it and not kill anything, like a pacifist run. Danny, thank you for the sub, dude. I love you.
oh, that's awesome, Jskinz.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Undertale I started with, and then I was playing Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap. And I So I started back in 2019, May-ish of 2019. I took a break because of work and everything, and then I started back
Pretty
up.
recently.
Yeah, I started back up in August, so 3 months ago now. I'm back on Twitch. Because I've upgraded. I got a better computer. I got a double monitor setup. I got the camera, the snowball. But yeah, for anybody in Potna's chat or Blake's chat, my name's Jskinz, Jake Skinnis. I am from Connecticut. I say a lot in between everything, because I don't because I don't know what I'm gonna say next.
I think we've seen you before, Jskinz, a couple times around my channel. Yeah, we've seen you.
No, I've definitely been in Big Potna's channel. I'm newer to Blake's channel.
Yeah.
Right, me too.
I love playing video games. I love talking to people.
Yes, follow him.
I actually do have a question that was redeemed about video games, so I'm going to answer that in my chat.
I bet. Someone also said Connecticut is cool. Biddy, do you actually know anything about Connecticut?
Connecticut's kind of shit, dude. There's so many fucking taxes going on here. Dude, move here if you want to get taxed out your ass.
That's funny.
My favorite VR game.
I don't think I've ever heard of Connecticut.
So
Jskinz, those were like the type of games that you started out with, and I noticed that you play a lot of games. Like when I go into your stream, you're always on a new game. Do you think that you'll ever settle down to be like a one game kind of streamer for a while at least?
I doubt it, simply because I enjoy the competitive aspect of gaming is like cool to me, but I don't consider myself a competitive gamer. Like the only game that I'm really like competitively viable at maybe would be Rocket League, and even that is just, I'm not even close to being good enough. So
yeah,
right. I've seen you play that a few times.
Yeah, I've never had a game where I'm just like, oh my god, I need to fucking play the shit out of this one because I'm so fucking good at it. Because I suck at first-person shooters. I've accepted that fact. I've just accepted the fact that I suck at first-person shooters.
Yeah.
I just really enjoy RPGs, like single-player RPGs. I just really enjoy, like, not having to worry about the competitive aspect and people fucking screaming at me if I do poorly. Like, you know, I'm sure you both know. That's
me.
Yeah.
And I think that's the cool thing about Twitch is that I was even telling my roommate is that you don't have to have a certain game that you have to play to excel in Twitch. Like you don't have to have a competitive thought process or you know driver to excel. So that's good because like my roommate, he's the same thing. He said he's not good at first person shooters. I was like, man, you don't have to do that. You can play scary games and still do really well on Twitch.
Yeah, that's right. And you don't even have to play games. With the just chatting category, you're able to just go on there and display your personality to people. And if people like that, you'll gain a following on Twitch. So I actually, Twitch is pretty cool for that, you know?
Yeah, facts.
A lot of people are on like YouTube Live and everything. They're on other streaming platforms, but those other streaming platforms, when I've gone on there, it's not as easy to open up a category and find people, whether from
I'd rather just enjoy
this category
myself,
or the highest view count or lowest view count. Twitch makes it pretty easy to do
I have
that.
with other people
playing.
Right. Like,
my mom also had another question. She said, "How old are you, podcast people?" I think she knows how old I am, so I think she might be.
I'm 24, along with Blake.
Yeah,
we got the old head here.
Yeah.
Which one of you are older? Like, what are your months?
When's your birthday, Blake?
If you're younger than me, I'm gonna be so sad. August.
August what?
Oh, you're both August.
I think we talked about this. It's 3rd, so I think I got you.
Yeah, you're older than me. I'm 22nd.
Oh, fuck, I'm old.
That's cool. That's cool.
I'm the baby, dude. I've been the baby of every single thing I've ever been a part of ever. I feel like there's literally never been anyone younger than me.
Just ever in eternity of life?
We're just going to find someone new and give him all the attention. So Jskinz get no attention.
Even my little brother, I'll be like, yo, you're older than me for sure, right?
No, yeah. He's like, I'm older than you, bro. I'm 28 years old. My birthday is June 30th, 1992. Yeah, I'm 28 years old. I'm coming up. I think I just hit 28 this year. That's right. It's kind of you know, it's kind of exciting. Like, you know, you think about it, you're like, oh, I'm going to my 30s soon. After my 30s, I'll be in my 40s. And,
Hey,
you
Bacon,
know, it's
thank
kind
you
you
for
can
the
think of it
follow. I
like
really
a
appreciate it.
bad thing, but you can also think
We
of
got
it
this
as like a
new thing
good
going
thing.
here. I'm super excited.
I think it
about
just it really doesn't matter. You're
Yeah.
you know, you're you. That's literally just some number we've created. Like you can think of yourself as 28, you can think of yourself as just you at
Yeah,
this time in life.
That's what they say. Age is just a number, right? Like it's all
Yeah.
about your spirit and how you conduct yourself.
100%.
100%, 100%. You know, you could let like, oh man, 2 more years I'll be 30, but I'm not where I want to be yet. I'm such a failure. You can use that to qualify your life, or you can just go like, man, I'm gonna do exactly what I want to do starting today. And you know what? It doesn't matter if you're 28, it doesn't matter if you're 32, it doesn't matter if you're 19. If you do what you want to
Exactly.
do every day, I don't see how you can't be happy.
And I think it's hard for a lot of young people, especially like in your middle 20s, to want to just excel at something right now. Yeah, everybody I'm sure has gone through it, especially like
Yeah.
the 24, 25 age. It's like, damn, I'm not there yet. Like a lot of people will see that and just give up right then and there because they're just like, it's too late.
Well, also,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes you be in your mid-20s, you be like, man, I really want to start something. Then you see some fucking 16-year-old who's a fucking master already.
Yeah.
Like, God damn, this motherfucker started when he was 8 years old.
Yeah,
man,
and
Rocky.
a lot of times like you know, you people have the bad habit of maybe comparing their life to another person's life, right?
Definitely. Or
When I was young, my dad would always go like, hey, you know that Ben, like let's say one of our
Mhm.
family friends, my dad would
Right.
say like, oh, you know that Ben, he's on his way to getting into UBC, like one of the most famous universities here. How come you're not doing that? And even when I was young, I would be like, dad, like don't compare me. Like I would feel bad when he would compare me to someone else. And you know, with that kind of mentality growing up, I would always compare myself to other people. I don't know if it was taught to me by him or just it's a natural competition between
hey, Calvin,
but
you're
for you to
supposed to
like
be,
give
you know,
yourself
modding
like
the people in the
less
chat, not
suffering,
modding me,
you can't
bitch.
just compare yourself to other people all the time.
Yeah.
Someone in my, I thought this was funny. Someone in my chat said, yes, officer, this stream right here. They said age is just a number.
Oh,
Dude,
goodness.
Jskinz, man, like
My-
we started the stream, we've seen a foot already. With age is just a
one of my
number.
mods, one of my fucking mods, dude.
No doubt it's Devil Cat for sure.
No, it was my buddy Calvin. It was my buddy Calvin. Pasta salad.
Oh, pasta salad. Okay, I'm watching you, pasta.
Yo, but speaking
Get him
about
out of there.
speaking about families and stuff, you guys have siblings?
So me personally, I have 2 step sisters and a step brother, but no
Okay.
like actually no like siblings. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, I know what you mean. I know what you
right.
mean.
Wait, could
I know what
you
you
repeat that? You have a step sibling?
Yeah, two step sisters and a step brother.
Oh, okay, and they're from one family, or are they from other families as well?
From my dad,
Okay.
my dad's side, and then Rocky's my non-connected brother.
Okay. Are you close with your stepbrother?
Whoa, stepsis. No, I'm only close with the stepsisters, not the stepbrother.
Got you.
But he's a little bit younger though. What about you, Jskinz?
So I have 3 brothers, by blood. 2 older, 1 younger. My oldest brother lives in a town nearby. My second oldest brother lives in Japan, actually, in Tokyo. Planning on moving to Sweden soon. And then my little brother is in college right now. And then, so I don't know how to describe this. So my dad was married like to a second wife, and I had 3 step siblings, but then they got divorced. Are they still my step siblings?
I think so.
Maybe ex step siblings.
You know, this family, like the titles for each of it, is always a little confusing for me.
Yeah, I think that's just whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess I have theoretically like 2 older stepbrothers and 1 older stepsister, because they were all older than all of us. They're in like their 30s. I don't really talk to them that much, so. One of them plays soccer.
Your oldest brother is like in their 30s, eh?
My oldest brother by blood is 29. He's turning 30 this year.
Oh, okay.
Did you have any siblings, Big Potna?
Yeah, I have one older sister. Oh, maybe I should have let you guys guess before I said that, but I have one older sister.
I'm getting a reading right now. You have one older sister, don't you?
Oh, you beat me to it. I was about to get. I was about to do
How did you know? Yes,
it.
correct. I wonder if it's like a parent. You know, I always feel like you know, your siblings, how you grew up in your family, like it always contributes to how you act a little bit in society. And I wonder if it's a
I
parent
agree.
because I can see you, Jskinz. Like I can kind of see that you're the second youngest brother in some ways. You know,
Oh yeah, I guess second young.
I would have put you
No, the
as
third
a single
youngest.
child.
me.
I would have put you as a single child. Yeah.
Yeah,
Why?
I would have thought you were a single child as well.
Why would you guys pin me as that?
I don't know.
Dude, you got everything you want, dude. You just be like balling.
My mom
No,
also corrected me. She said it's half siblings, not step siblings.
half right.
Okay.
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 That is
So
different.
okay. So your mom and her current husband got she got pregnant by your current stepfather, and
Damn,
now
mom, you got a husband right now? Sheesh.
I
No,
don't
no,
know.
she doesn't. No. Just my mom and my dad were together, and then they had me, and then my dad went off and had my two sisters and brother
Okay.
with someone else.
Okay, I got you. Okay, that's
Whoa,
right. You
calm
told
down.
me your mom's a player, right?
So do you hang
Yeah.
out with your half sisters? Like,
Hi,
I didn't say
mom.
that, mom. I didn't say that, mom. I did not say that. No. So one is actually in the army right now, and she's in Alaska right now, and the other is in Texas. So we're like separated by like miles and miles and miles.
oh, okay, I
But
see.
but I talk to them. I talk to them pretty regularly. So.
And why aren't you close with the half brother?
Oh man, that's a whole different story. He's just young. And there's like a whole different story to it. But
All right. I don't. Not about the story, but how young?
13 maybe.
Okay.
No?
So like
I don't know.
getting into the Fortnite stuff, right? You're
No,
about to show him how to play.
I'm telling you, it's a whole different story.
All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Is he like developing his own personality and like he's a little unagreeable at times? Is that what you mean?
I've never even talked to him enough to know.
So okay, and you wouldn't want to extend that step.
I've tried.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
Okay.
I got you.
I see.
It's a
Then
whole
it's
different thing.
fine.
Dude, it took a while for me to like break into my little brother, like, you know, because we had such different experiences growing up. Like, my parents got divorced when I was 10. I don't want to get too much into it, but I kind of stayed in the same schools, but he was moving school to school at that time because he was 6 years old at the time. He's 4 years younger than me.
Wait, so why was he going from school to school if you managed to stay in the same school?
Because I was in middle school at that point, and we had one middle school for the town, and and he was in elementary school,
Right.
and we had multiple elementary schools in the town. So he was going around town to town. So like, where was I going with this?
You were having a tough time relating to him early on, eh?
Yeah. So because I didn't have the same experience as him. He was bouncing around, not really making friends and everything. Like, it was hard for him to keep the same friends moving from school to school like that. So it took a while for him to settle down and like become comfortable with who he was and like who his friends were and what he was into. But at the end of the day, I think
Did he rely on your help a lot? Like, AKA, would he come home and want to be friends with you? Or he was totally happy being by himself even when he got home?
no, I'd say,
Despite not
I'd,
being friends
I'd
with
say he
school.
was totally happy being by himself, like on his computer, being with his own friend, like his own group. Like he's
Right.
got a very specific group that he
Right.
hangs out with, and like they do their own thing. And you know, going to college really opened up, I think, his personal or social life, as college does.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I
Um,
think is cool about like the internet nowadays, just based off what Jskinz said, how his little brother maybe would not have a solid group of friends at school, but when he gets home he would hang out with his friends online or something. I think it's amazing that with the internet nowadays you're able to find your own group of people, your own niche of people, just from getting home, just from using the internet, you know.
No matter where you are.
Yeah, people will be grouped together by maybe like, let's say, like a fetish, for example, like a feet fetish. These feet fetishes, they'll be on the feet fetish forum and they'll be And then there'll be people that group together on by another interest.
That's why I
you know?
met my boy Miller. That's where I met him at specifically.
Oh, it was it. So Miller's a
Yeah.
feet fetishist. Eh?
Yeah,
What
yeah,
up,
he got me on
Miller?
that. It's crazy. But no, yeah, no, it's actually super dope. Like personally, like in my stream, like I have people who I'm actually kind of close with from Hungary and like the UK. There's somebody who comes in here from Rio de Janeiro, like Germany. Like it's so dope, and I love just connecting. Like at a certain point, I would just go on to Google Translate, and if they came in, I would ask where they were from, and I would try and Google Translate and just try and say whatever I could in their own language just to make them feel included. Cause that shit's so cool to me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
2 quick things. So Miller wanted to say, I love feet, man. He just wanted to let that be known. So we got to put that out there. He's a weirdo, man. And then Biddy also redeemed a question a while ago. He said, and I hate to bring it back from back into the streams, but it's actually a really good question. He said, what made y'all want to stream? Which I feel like we can talk about the backstory, but what initiated it? What made you say, you know what, today I'm going to turn it on?
But I'll get to your question. Don't worry. I know you're still there.
I think I've answered this in my like some YouTube videos that I made about like people have asked me this question, like why did you start streaming? And for me, like I've always wanted to be an entertainer. Like when I was younger, I wanted to be an actor, and I've given that a try. I don't know if I've given it like the best try I could have, but I stopped trying like after a while. Okay. But in the back of my mind, I always wanted to be an entertainer. Like I would do other things, maybe like start my own business, with a Shopify store, like a drop shipping store. And that would bring
Tristan,
money, but that
thank
would
you for the
never
resub,
bring
dude.
happiness.
I love you.
You know, and so after a while, I was looking up like streaming and stuff, and I was like, okay, well,
maybe it doesn't go up for resubs.
I'll be entertaining people, and it lets me like be a creator. So I think that's what sparked it. And then after going into it, and after talking to people, and after meeting people, and befriending people, and creating a community, it really
I included resubs. Now I got
that
7.
this
Tristan,
is a great field for me
you.
to go into, and I really do get a lot of happiness from it.
Yeah, that's dope. And so when you started it, did you start off playing a game specifically, or were you just like, I know you do reaction stuff right now?
God of War, man.
Yeah,
God of War is what started it.
That's right.
I love that game.
We briefly talked about it. I started out with God of War because I guess when I started out streaming, you got to stream something, right? And I knew I wanted to do like different things, not just like playing a game and talking to chat. But when I started out, I was like, let me play some games. I had to figure it out, just like a YouTuber who may start out with a camera. They're probably going to shoot some vlogs until one day they're like, I want to create a YouTube version of Jeopardy or something, so they start out mimicking what other people do until they're like, wait, I want to create this, their vision comes to life.
And then rebrand and branch off into different things so that they can have their own little path.
Totally. And what about you, Jskinz? You said earlier, I think you touched on this, when you started out, you were streaming video games as well?
So I was streaming video games when I originally started. And then it kind of fell off for a little bit, but I started streaming because I was playing video games and by myself. I mean, I was playing with friends, but a lot of the games I was playing by myself. So I was like, if I'm going to be playing video games, I might as well be streaming, doing something with it, trying to do something with it. But also, I love to entertain. I've wanted to do stand-up comedy for a while, so yeah, I'm actually even looking into doing that right now. It's tough with COVID, but there are still some clubs open, but I love being the center of attention. I got in trouble for being the center of attention in school all the time.
You were the class clown too?
I was class clown, but I was also the class asshole to the teachers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure they thought that.
Oh,
how is Connecticut with COVID right now? Is everything shut down for the most part?
So right now stuff is not terrible. We're one of the lower states, lower infected states, but it's still around. It's rising right now, probably as we speak. Yeah. I work in a facility, so I work in a greenhouse. I'm a greenhouse grower by trade. So right now is Christmas season, and we have like 200 to 250 people working right now. So we have to be really super careful. Like, I wear a mask unless I'm working by myself. I'm wearing a mask. it's so sketchy. I mean,
Yeah,
Okay.
I can
All
imagine.
right. All right. And Blake, I think you touched on recently. You started out being like a Fortnite streamer as well.
Yeah,
And
so mine was kind of a little bit.
last 3
I'm
months.
sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you said in the last 3 months you're about to start taking it really seriously, the streaming thing.
Yeah. So originally when I started, it was about like 3 years ago, and I literally, I've always been a competitive gamer. Like no matter what game I play, I just take it to a competitive level for no reason. And so, I was playing Fortnite, and like it would be like a question here and there about, or not a question, just people saying like, "Yo, you should stream." Like I would drop like a 10 kill back when Fortnite was like originally coming out, and that
oh
would be
yeah.
like a crazy thing.
That's
People
sick.
like,
Yeah.
"Bro, if you were streaming like you should," and I was just off my Xbox, so it was always like terrible quality. And then I was just going through my own things and stopped for like a year and a half probably. And then when I moved down to Florida, I got my own apartment and had my own internet. Stopped the cap. I was the best Fortnite player there ever was. So and then so I got my own internet. I bought my PC, and I was like, you know what? Like I've been wanting to
This
do this for
man's
so long.
got
It feels like
ninja
my calling. Like it
shaking in
honestly
his
does. I would love
boots.
for this to be my career. And I
Straight
love
up.
just connecting with people, like meeting
Who
Big
the hell
Potna.
is
I met you
Ninja?
like we were just talking about 2 months ago, and just that connection is like it's so dope that it's just a possibility, and that we can just make this on the fly, and it just becomes something cool. So just the opportunities that this like brings is just so cool to me, and it's something that I have to take it serious because I love it.
Absolutely. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. Actually, Biddy has a question for us, and during that time, he said, "What's the most important thing you've learned in your life?" And I think this is kind of a big question. But
Whoa, that's
maybe
a
I'll direct
big
that to
big question.
Jason first. Maybe I'll direct that big question to Jason's first. He said, Biddy says, "What's the most important thing you've learned in your life?"
Can I dumb the question down for a quick yes or no, real quick? My mom wants to know if you can sing, Big Potna.
Me? No,
Yeah.
no, I can
Okay.
shower sing.
Yes, no, he can
Okay.
sing. He sounds like an he
Partner,
sounds like an opera
partner,
trained singer.
so nice. Welcome to
Two
Big
big
Partner
partner show.
Okay.
How was that, Mama Blake? Was that good?
And then
Anyway,
Jskinz, weed, greenhouse weed. You grow it.
I don't grow greenhouse
guys,
weed. No, right now I'm growing
we have a
perennials.
we have a question from Biddy.
I have grown weed before medically. Sorry.
Okay. I bet.
Biddy asked us a question. What's the most important thing you've learned in your life? And
Right. So
why don't we
the
let Jason's handle this one first?
so I would say that the most important thing I've learned in life is to just be more patient with everything. Really just think about what you're gonna say before you say it. Don't say anything out of anger, because I've done that way too many times and it's come back to bite me harder than I ever thought it would. So I guess my biggest lesson in life would be to take your time and think about things before you do them. Think about things before you say them, because you got plenty of life. I don't know how old you are asking the question, but I'm 24. It feels like life's been forever, and it's been nothing. And I know eventually you get there, as long as you patient and you do the things you want to do. Don't say anything out of anger. Benton says he's 13. Well, Benton, you're getting some life lessons right now.
Yeah.
But
he's a little youngin'.
Yeah, a little too young. I might have to ban you, bro. No,
Get him out. Get him out.
Stay in. Pasta Salad says stay in school.
Okay, so you would say that your biggest lesson you learned was that don't just say things out of emotional reaction.
Yeah, don't let your emotions control you. Be in control of your emotions, and things will. When you do things right, things will come. It will happen. Whatever you want will happen. Yeah.
I heard what you said, bro. I think I've struggled with that before, and maybe I still do, but I've struggled with that before, and I've thought along those lines. And for me,
I love you,
I
Betty.
do let my happy emotions guide me. I don't go crazy with it, right? But I do let my happy emotion guide me in terms of like what I want to do in life. You know, if I know that something's gonna make me happy, I'm not gonna ignore it for something that maybe logically I think will make me happy. I do let my happy emotions guide me. Maybe I don't let my angry emotions guide me. If someone stands me up for a date or something, I wouldn't
Right.
just take it out on them. But the happy emotions, I do let them guide me. And
Yeah.
I think it is important to keep your emotions in check sometimes and not just say everything that comes to your brain, because sometimes those are tainted by those emotions that you said.
I think I'm actually the opposite. I think for my entirety of my life, I think I've let my like not acted enough off my emotions.
Out of
Like if I,
emotion, right?
yeah, like if I feel bad about something, I don't say it. Like I've never like been the one to say like, hey, I don't really like what's going on here. Like I kind of like keep that back. But I also agree with the partner about like I will let like if I'm happy, which I would take it as more of like my wild side, right? Like
Right.
if I feel like I want to do something wild, there's nothing that's gonna stop me. Whether that be just my adrenaline or my happy side taking off. That's maybe one thing that I've maybe regretted in my life is that I don't question some things that I probably should.
And I've seen hints of your happy emotions, Blake, like from when you stream, from when we have some chat sometimes. I've seen hints of your happy emotions, and I love seeing that. I
Yeah,
think you're one of those like people with the biggest hearts, So I
try to
can't
be.
wait for something. I can't wait for something to make you laugh so loud, and I just want to see that. I just want to
Yeah,
see
Right.
that.
I appreciate that. That's actually a really big compliment. I appreciate that very much.
Yo.
Um, let me just tackle this Billy's question before you say something,
Yeah,
Jskinz.
sorry. Yeah, that's right. You gotta answer.
Biddy, the question was, what's the most important thing you've learned in your life? There's a lot of important things, but if I had to, I guess, qualify one important thing right now it's you know what? It's so funny. You guys are totally right. It definitely has something to do with emotion, and for me, it's not suffocating my happy emotion. I think when I grew up, I had a lot of people around me that suppress their happy emotion. They suppressed emotion because they're like, we have to survive. Okay, so they did things that made sense logically, but things logically don't always make you thrive in life. So we would maybe save on like water bills by conserving water, but these kind of things, when you pinch and pinch these pennies, it can take a toll on you. If you save on the heat during winter and you're all cold all the time during winter, it can get to your like emotional well-being. So I would say the most important lesson in life I learned is just to be happy and not pinch like the tiny amount of money. And the more happy you are, the more you can let that emotional shine through to your actions. And I dare say that can build a bigger wealth than pinching these pennies and trying to stack that up.
That's dope. So I guess this may be a bad question. This may be I may have taken this wrong. Is a lot of your I'm trying to word this correctly. Do you feel like a lot of the pinching the pennies has you said that it suppressed some of your happiness, right?
Yeah.
Do you find yourself now spending a little bit? Have you ever like thought like, man, maybe I'm spending a little bit too much to try and like gain that back? Have you ever felt like that ever? Currently in
That
your current life?
Mm, Yeah, that's a great question. Maybe when I started losing that old mentality and going to this new mentality of like buying what I need and not just like, oh, maybe I'll save on this. Maybe I did think that. But I'll be honest, now that I'm spending when I need to and not penny pinching, I don't feel like I'm spending more. I don't feel like I'm spending more. In some ways, I almost feel like I'm spending less because now it's really like I'm only getting the stuff that makes me happy. Before, when I had the penny pinch, maybe I would spend it somewhere else to try to get a little bit of happiness back, if you guys know what I mean.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
now it's almost like I'm spending it on what I need for my life. I don't even feel like I'm spending more than
All
before.
right,
Yeah.
I got a question. You said you're first generation, right? Like,
That's right. That's right.
so do you think it has to do with your parents being immigrants moving into the country? Because my grandparents moved from Greece to New York and like on a boat, and they're like extremely frugal and like just like we need to survive. Like they have that mentality.
I think it does have a lot to do with what you mentioned. Me being from Taiwan, and then my grandparents were escaping from China to Taiwan.
Mhm.
Definitely, all
Yeah.
this comes into play. I'm not saying they were wrong. So maybe,
No, I'm not.
and
No, I don't think they're wrong either. It's a
yeah.
mentality you come into the country with.
Yeah.
Right, right. And I think, and I wonder, you just inspired something in my mind is that if I have this mentality I have right now and I go back to Taiwan, I go back to China, I wonder if it would work there, or would I slowly be assimilated into that mindset
Mm.
of which that survives, succeeds over there?
Well, I think it's different because if you go over there with Canadian dollars, the exchange rate is so ridiculous. I
You'd be
mean,
a little bit
I
rich.
mean, seriously though. I mean, you would have enough money after the exchange to really live comfortably.
Yeah. My mom said it well. And I mean, it's just balance. It's finding that balance. And it's actually crazy because so we had the exact opposite. Like, so technically speaking, I was the only child. Because growing up, I was not very close with my stepsisters or stepbrother,
Hmm.
obviously. So it was just me and my mom, and she always had like a really nice government job, was getting paid really well. And so anything I wanted, whether it was a new Xbox, the new GameCube, the new PlayStation, like whatever it was, as long as my grades were okay, because they were always just okay, they were never great, then
Oh,
I would just get it. I was a spoiled little
wow,
shit.
like, is that the case?
Always. It's the case. I promise. I was a spoiled little shit.
Oh God.
And so it was good, right? And then so when the government first crashed, I'm guessing this is correct. When the government first crashed, we had to move to West Virginia, because the where my mom was working had to let some people off. So we went from having, everything, nice house in Maryland, and then we had to go to West Virginia and take, a little pay cut. And then so I went from, getting whatever I wanted to now pinching pennies. And so which also I think helped me mentally, right? Because if I would have just been going through life just getting whatever I wanted, and then I hit adulthood, and then all of a sudden I had to get whatever I wanted by myself, I would have been lost. So I think like it's like the exact opposite of what Potna said, which is dope, and it's finding that balance in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree. And guys, I have another question over here from Laney Moso, my first mod actually. He said this, okay? He said, "What person has made the biggest impact on your life?" And I'm curious to hear Blake answer this one actually.
I to be honest, I'm a mama's boy through and through. My mom has done everything for me in my entire
Oh,
life.
your mom then. Your mom had the biggest impact on your life?
Yeah.
Awesome. And Jskinz,
I mean, she's literally did everything for me my entire life, basically.
and
So
I can
yeah.
see that. From what I've known you, I can see that. I believe
Yeah.
that. Skins, is it anyone in your family that's has the biggest impact on your life, or maybe outside your family?
I would say my grandfather inside my family has probably had the.
Okay.
He's just like a stand-up guy overall, and like
You really admire him, eh?
yeah, he's just a great guy, and
What do you think was one of his attributes? I'm sure there's plenty that
just how
really left an impact on you.
just how personable and open he is about talking about anything, and how accepting he is of like just hearing people's stories. This is my grandfather on my mom's side, so not the Greek one, but
Okay.
yeah, he's just super open about everything and willing to talk and hear people's sides of the story.
Skins, you mentioned like your grandfather being personable. I think one thing that I really admire about you, Skins, is that you don't seem to get irreparably mad. You don't seem to get, maybe
No.
you brought up, oh, I'd say things out of emotional response earlier, but for me, what I've known you is you don't get so mad that you'll just end the relationship right there. Because I think
Right.
there's been times when you and I, where I've been like, oh my God, Skins, this is making me so
Yeah.
tense. Like, I don't know how I can handle this. And
Well, I respond and then you're like, "Oh my god, you know exactly what to say, don't you?"
yeah, because the way you responded didn't make me feel like you want to abandon me.
No,
The
I
way you
yeah.
responded, it seems like let's keep it
Dude,
going.
I'm desperate
Let-
for that connection, dude.
oh,
dope.
is that why that turns me off now?
Fiending for it, fiending for it. Have you ever been like that though, Jskins? Have you ever been like kind of super
Yeah,
just act off emotions?
I went through anger management until I was in 5th grade.
That's young, and I almost feel like, yeah, that's great that you've had that training, but a lot of kids, like, when they're young, emotional regulation, even intelligence regulation is difficult. You having that, I think, was just a bonus.
Yeah, I
That
mean, I
speaks
like.
about how angry you were. It was just a bonus that you've had that class.
I mean, I went through the anger management when I was younger. My parents got divorced when I was 10. Um, I mean, I've been through a lot where I've had to, and there's so much more beyond that. Um, but I've been through a decent amount where, like, at the end of the day, if you're cool with me and I'm cool with you, then we got shit to
All
talk
is
about.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's cool. That's dope.
I
That's a
don't
good way to look at it.
I don't try to hold grudges. I don't really give a shit about what you've done. Like I said, if you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. Which might not be the best way to live all the time, but at the same time, I hear stories, I go through shit that I never thought I'd go through. So
That's dope. That's dope. Hell yeah.
You know, I think that actually, guys, it's 6:49, and I do want to touch on our last topic. If you guys, I think we've talked a little bit of ourselves today, and we can always talk more about ourselves, but we do have a topic of the day, and it's substances. And the reason why we have this topic, I think, is because I'm just gonna quickly speak for all of us. Us three in this podcast right now, like, we like to drink. That doesn't mean like, oh, we like to go hard. And the three of us are probably maybe on different spectrums of liking to drink. Okay, but on the topic of substances, what do you guys, the viewers, and what do you guys, the other hosts, think about having a drink every now and then? Like, what is too much? What is too little? Can you have drinks every day and still succeed? Is there a limit that you hit that you're an alcoholic? What do
so
you guys think about drinking?
speaking of drinks, I want to see what chat says. Blake, if you want to talk about it a little bit, I am actually just gonna go refill my water real.
Okay.
So I will be literally back in 30 seconds.
So me personally, right? So I've gone through my own little trials and tribulations with drinking. I started out. This is at like a little throwback. My first drink I think I ever had was on New Year's with my boy Jeffrey Bryant, and we were sneaking some wine. I think we were like maybe 13 at the time, 13, 14. We were sneaking some wine out of the wine boxes. And so, like, pretty young, to be honest, to start drinking.
Yeah.
And then through that, it just kind of like I would just kind of work my way in. And then about, like, I want to say like 17 maybe is when I first started like drinking like heavy, like not just like normal, like, beer here, beer there, like
You were
drinking
drinking
like
heavy at 17.
binging, like, yeah. And so I think that, like my mom has said a couple times, balance. Like, I started out not having that balance. I would always start off and like want to be trying to like impress the boys and like trying to chug as much as I could, shit like that. Not Capri Sun either. And so, yeah, so I think that, to answer the question kind of lightly, I think that you can have drinks every day, I think, as long as you're not chasing something, right? I think that's when it becomes an issue, is when you're chasing a feeling through alcohol, which is easy to do that without even realizing, in my opinion. I think it's easy to chase an emotion.
I want to say, so I agree that when you want to chase an emotion and you want to get it with a substance, I think that's a guaranteed plan to destruction. Okay, but what I want to ask is, for the purpose of functioning in your craft. So let's say you guys all know Stephen King. He was known to be heavy into the alcohol and the cocaine, especially when writing that book Misery. Okay, now in the
No, he never did that. That was fake liberal media news.
in the argument of perfecting your craft, do you guys think that if you needed a drink, so let's say we're all streamers right now, if you needed a drink to be really energetic during the stream and give your audience the attention that they need, do you think that's justified, drinking every day during the stream?
So I'll speak on this one. I know I listen to a lot of comedy podcasts, and there's one particular one called Kill Tony, where I know that not everybody on the platform drinks, but I know a few of them do take a couple shots beforehand just to loosen up. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing, but when you get into the habit of like, say it's your first time doing something and you have a couple drinks to loosen up, that's one thing. But if you get into the habit of I need to have alcohol or I need to be drunk in order to do this one thing, like I don't really think that's healthy because
You wake up and you're like, gotta take a few shots to get out throughout the day. That's
well, yeah. Well, I
yeah,
mean, I've been in my personally I've been in a period where, I drink every day after work
yeah,
because there's a liquor store on the way home. I just walked 15,000 steps. It's like, oh, I'll drink a couple beers, and it's just not good. You
yeah.
it really does affect your mood. I mean, in my personal opinion, like
Depletes you a lot.
it depletes you. It makes you less energetic during the day, and then especially when you get into that downward spiral of drinking every day, like um, you drink in order to get that energy at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like I've been there where I've been tired, and then I come home and I drink a couple beers, and I'm like, oh, let's fucking go. And yeah, my buddy Calvin Pasta Salad is saying alcohol is a depressant. And
Yeah.
he actually, Calvin Pasta Salad, he's a good example of it. He stopped drinking 6 months ago. He's been sober for more than 6 months now, and
Congratulations,
he's
man.
just fucking killing it. 7.5 months. Yeah, he just said he's been
Yeah.
fucking
Congratulations.
killing it.
I think that like drinking. So I agree. If it's not creating a
He
problem,
said thank you.
it's fine. And I think for the sake of actually, I don't think that's what you guys are saying, but this is my point of view. Is that if you need it for like a stream or your craft or something, I'm actually okay with it as long as it's not creating a problem. And like whether it's a
Okay.
physical problem or relational
Yeah.
problem.
I see what you're
Um,
saying.
I think that's fine. Because if you're just drinking every day, having 3 drinks during your stream or whatever your craft is, and it's not creating a problem outside of that, I don't see why you shouldn't continue. I don't see why you
I
shouldn't continue.
I agree. I think that I wanted to preface what I was saying about it becoming an issue and how it can become an issue. But I also agree that like I was saying, I think to someone earlier, if I was like making some music or doing art, like I would much rather have like some wine or something to just kind of soothe me and let my creative mind flow. Like because in life or in gaming, like they say you want to be in a flow state, and that goes with anything other than gaming. So I think it's cool to like allow that to bring you into your flow state and just help you out. I think that
Right.
it's I think that it's perfect.
I think a lot of people use substances because it helps them get into flow states, flow
Yeah.
states of creativity or flow states of maybe even sexual arousal. Some people might use stimulants for that. So I think that using substances, it isn't bad, but it does bring up the argument that if you're now lacking these substances next time, is it harder for you? And I think sometimes yes, it is for you to get back into those
Right.
flows.
So we've been talking about alcohol. What about? Do you consider like weed to be like a substance in terms of like on the same level as alcohol? Like, I mean, drinking alcohol is one thing because it changes your entire like. I mean, if you're drinking enough, you get tipsy and like you might get wild. At least like weed is different. Like you're kind of calmer and chiller. I mean, me personally, I smoke weed. I mean, I'm not getting fucking utterly destroyed baked before I do something like this, but
Yeah.
What's the question? What was your
so
question?
so like you're talking about like how when you drink we're talking about alcohol specifically so far. What about
Right.
what about weed? Like
Yeah, I mean, I use weed, and I think weed is probably even easier going. I think weed is
right.
probably, I think, okay, it's hard to say, like weed may have like a mental effect on you, that alcohol might not have. But I also think that weed is just easier on the
Yo,
body. 'Cause
Baconator, we're
alcohol,
gonna
I
be doing
notice
this
that it
every
fucks up my
Monday,
stomach
and I
when I drink
stream almost every day.
every
So
day.
make sure you stop
Because
back. I
stream
appreciate
every
your
day or
follow, and I
whatever.
appreciate you
It
being
fucks
here.
up my stomach. My sleeping is a little bit fucked up from it. Weed, I notice less of those physical effects. Yeah, sure. When I stopped smoking weed, my appetite may be
Have a good
gone
night,
for
dude.
a week or less. My my how I sleep is affected, but my stomach is not fucked up from smoking weed every day.
Right.
But from drinking every day, that fucks me up physically, and that's why I'm sort of on this like sober period right now from drinking, because otherwise I would drink every day. It gives me great energy during the stream.
Yeah.
That's the problem. But once you get into that cycle of drinking every day, it's not good.
It is, yeah. Well, I was able to like not drink on my day off because I realized I'm only drinking for the stream. But I noticed that my sleep is really fucked up. I don't get this continuous sleep. I'll wake up at like 3 a.m., go to sleep at like 12 a.m., wake up at like 3, and I just can't really sleep again because I'm so goddamn sober. After drinking the previous night.
So, and back to the weed, me personally, gives me panic attacks, just as simple as that. So I could take a hit of a blunt and I would be, just overthinking everything in my entire life. So I can't do that. I wish I could, because it's like Potna said, it's way easier on your body. It's way healthier for you, I think personally, than drinking. And actually, so if we're going to take it a step further, with gaming, I think we kind of touched on this a little bit before.
I agree with you,
we
Calvin.
got into the podcast. Gamers in general, to enhance their performance, take like G Fuel, or even taking a step further, Adderall. Have you guys ever experienced anything? You had your own experiences with Adderall, and what is your thought process on it?
I have taken like stimulants before, and I've taken Adderall, which is dextroamphetamine mixed with levoamphetamine, and I've also taken just dextroamphetamine in the form of dexedrine. I think, what is your question? Like, is it moral for them to do it? I think if it doesn't go against whatever competitive policy they're in, I think take it if you got it legally. Take it if you got it legally and it helps you stream better. But I think that if you're in a tournament setting and you can't use those drugs and you're still taking those drugs, then I don't know about that. But my personal experience is taking stimulants. There's a time and a place. If you want to get some work done, and obviously you're prescribed these legally, or you're in a legal setting where you can consume these stimulants, use them. I think morally drugs are fine. Drugs, I support legalization of all drugs, but I think
all drugs overall.
If we're gonna say, okay, I support legalization of a lot of drugs. I want drugs to become like publicly accessible to a lot of people, so they don't have to get it dirty drugs. They don't have to get it from dirty dealers, but maybe not like crack, because crack is just like a hyper form of cocaine. Maybe make cocaine legal, but don't make crack legal. Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Well, you saw Oregon, right?
What happened with psychedelics?
Oregon legalized everything.
Okay, so exactly, like they got it good, because you know what, like I rather if my child really wants to do cocaine, I rather my child gets it from the store, the government store,
Calvin,
rather
you
than
fucking
get it from
bastard.
the street where it's maybe
I was about to ban you, dude. Want to become famous?
I'd rather my child get 100% cocaine from the government store,
right?
That's not sold to him by a guy who may mug him or kill him.
Yeah, I can see it. I think it's just hard to in that perspective look and think of like your own kid and just accept the fact that if you're gonna do cocaine, might as well get it from CVS. I think it's hard to look at it that way. But I think the question that Keontae is the person who asked about the Adderall. I think he was more saying like, if you are gonna get it illegally, to let's just say like I've been playing Valorant a lot. Like let's just say I just go to Joe Blow down the street and I get some Adderall just to practice for Valorant. Do you think that that's an okay thing, or is that where you start drawing the line of, okay, why do you need Adderall to enhance yourself?
And let me just tackle that real quick, because I think it continues on my previous point. Are we talking about the legality part? I'm not like telling everyone out there go get drugs illegally, right? But if you're just telling me, without telling me where you got the Adderall, hey, is it okay if I take Adderall to stream Valorant better? Yeah, that's fine. I don't see a problem with that. And maybe if you do see a problem with that, raise it up to me, because if you can have a drink before your energetic talking stream, why can't you have a coffee or an Adderall?
Discord.gg/fuck for you
gaming performance stream.
Right.
I don't see it.
I have an opinion on this whole Adderall debate. I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was in 7th grade, and I got Concerta, which is long, extended release Adderall, basically. And I took that shit for fucking 5-6 years. And it got to the point where my mom had to hide that shit on me because I was taking it to stay up at night. And I would take it during the day, and then it would wear off around. I wouldn't eat during the day at school, and I would get home, and I would be a fucking bitch to everybody because I was coming down off the fucking Concerta, and I was hungry as shit because I hadn't eaten all day, and it got bad at one point. I'll get into it at another point, but basically, I was an asshole when I didn't have the Concerta.
Yeah.
Yeah, and from my usage of stimulants, I've also noticed that when I'm on it, you said when you're off it, you're an asshole, but when I'm on it, I notice that I can get a little short-tempered. I can be very to the point with a lot of people, and sometimes people like to. When people socialize, they like to flirt a little bit. They like to show personality a little bit. When I'm on the stimulant for a long time, I'm just I want to get from point A to point B. I'm not here to flirt to point B. Do you know what I mean?
I've been sitting in class and I'm fucking math class or something on that shit, and you're like, I got the answer, and you're still talking about it. It's it's a small example, but I understand that. Dude, get on with the fucking point. I'm trying to keep going.
Yeah, and I think to answer Blake's question a little bit better now that you brought that up, is it okay if he takes Adderall to stream Valorant or to be better at Valorant? I think that if you develop a healthy habit around it, you don't abuse Adderall. You take the Adderall, you're taking it for the stream. You still eat healthily every few hours. You still take water, intake water, sleep well. I think these are just drugs, are just these things that are used to benefit your life, rather than become the main source of happiness.
No, I fully agree. I wasn't exactly sure. He just said y'all are gamers, so thoughts on Addy. So he didn't have an exact question specifically about it. I used to take Adderall, definitely not, I wasn't prescribed it, but just to do finals papers and shit like that in college. So that was the way that I was into it. I was never for gaming or anything like that. I want to know if they think using it to be better and get the edge on people around you. Yeah. So that's basically what we've answered it as.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But I've never used it for gaming or anything like that. And I've only used it a handful of times. But I was super talkative off it. I loved it. I got 8-page papers done in 8 hours and did really well on them. And I was the exact opposite of you guys. I hate that I'm the exact opposite of you guys all the time. I would crash off of it. I wouldn't get snappy with people. I would literally just pass out for way too long of time, 12 hours, just be asleep as soon as it wore off.
Right. And well, that would never happen to me, actually. It's always hard to sleep that day. If I'd taken stimulants, it's always harder to sleep for me. So I don't actually get that.
Yeah, I would pass the fuck out.
Nah, dude, I fucking take that shit and stay up until 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying the next day.
It's weird. For the first day that I take it, let's say I don't take it for a week, right? For the first day that I take it, I'm fine. I'm calm. I can sleep well that day. I can eat well. It's the next day. If I still have it in my system, I find, and I take it again the next day, then
you're
I can't
funny.
sleep. Then I can't. My eating schedule is off as well. It's weird.
Wax murder.
It's almost I can't take it 2 days in a row. I'm not sure if you guys ever experienced that.
I've never tried to take it 2 days in a row.
Wait. Adderall?
Yeah, stimulants. Yeah.
Oh, I took that shit every day for 3 or 4 years. Oh, I know exactly how that is.
Yeah.
Vyvanse was always the worst for me. I hated Vyvanse. I loved Concerta.
No, I started out with 18 milligrams of Concerta in 7th grade, and then they bumped me up to a double dose 36, and I would take 2 of those. Fucking
Vyvanse is the longest lasting stimulant out of them all.
Dude, fuck a Vyvanse, bro. This is a Concerta family over here.
So, Potna, you what I just walking on? Marissa, this is a podcast with me, Big Potna, and Jskinz. It's called the.
Hey, Marissa.
Hi, Marissa. I like your name.
Yes,
Sound
dope.
cute.
She's my mod. She is also a founder's badge in here. And so yeah, so Potna, can you explain a little bit more? You like got into the details of Adderall.
Yeah, what? About what? Who's asking actually? Mama Blake? Marissa?
Me,
yeah.
to be honest.
Bro, that was in
So
like
explain a little bit more about.
I don't
that's
know,
in like
what, like a lot of
ninth,
people have told
10th
me
grade,
that Adderall is
bro.
like basically legal meth.
Yeah, because it's well, I know Concerta is methylphenidate. Is the
Yeah. So actually, Concerta and like Ritalin is even farther from Adderall. Adderall, Dexedrine, Vyvanse, they're all amphetamines, but they're like different classes of amphetamine. Adderall is like levoamphetamine and dextroamphetamine. Dexedrine is just dextroamphetamine, and Vyvanse is lis amphetamine. Now, meth, of course, is meth. I think it's like methamphetamine. That's like that one. I believe if you take meth, I believe it releases serotonin as well. So it's like, I don't really say that Adderall is legal meth. I mean, if you take like a tiny dose of meth, you can function just
Calvin.
like a
That's
tiny
why
dose
I'm
of
so
Adderall,
fucked up now.
but,
You know.
I think a high dose of meth, it'll get you. I've never done meth, but I think a high dose of meth, it'll get you on a way different level than a high dose of Adderall.
Dude, but also meth, bro. Go out and try it. You know. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Jeez.
That's the first time in the stream that
Jeez.
Jskinz is canceled, guys. Within 5 minutes, we've
Quote
seen
it.
footage.
No one's getting canceled, man. No one's getting canceled.
Quote it.
Yeah, man, my goodness.
Yeah, I think it's dope.
If we get canceled, we move to YouTube. Just so you guys know.
Facts.
So, guys, we are wrapping up the first hour of the podcast, and what we like to do in the second hour is we'll really start engaging with the comments now. Okay, so if you guys have a question, if you guys have a statement, go ahead and type it into the chat. If you ran out of points, or it could be a lot more casual. If you have a question, if you just want to type in a question, we can answer it. Yeah, go ahead. We're now in the second hour of the podcast. And actually,
All right,
guys, I
bet.
want to take a quick break. I just want to take a 1 minute break to use the bathroom. I'll be right
All right,
back.
bet.
You're good. You're good.
So then Jskinz, so Biddy redeemed 2K on Talk About It. And I told him originally that it was like a bit of a big topic. So it's like, because it could be like a main podcast point. And he asked, what is your life story? I'm gonna leave that up to you guys, because we can still answer that. But that's like a big one.
That is a big question.
That's a very big
All
question.
right, how about we do it? We give a little short preview of my life story. All right, I got like 5 to 10 points I could make right now.
And then he wants you to cap it off by something you could tell your younger self.
Oh my god, that's easy. All right, I'm gonna start with that. Something I tell my younger self is fucking buy Bitcoin as soon as you fucking know about it. Because I learned about that. I learned about that shit when it was under like $100 and I never fucking bought it.
Yes. Big time.
My life story. Let's see. I was born into a very generic white family. 3 brothers. Parents got divorced when I was 10. Went to a Catholic high school. All boys Catholic high school. I was super gay with everybody there, like the football team, the drama club, dude, super gay. And then I went to University of New Hampshire and I studied ornamental horticulture, and I have a job at a greenhouse now. What?
But he just said, damn. He capped everything off with damn.
Damn. That's what it is. I wasn't really super gay. But I went to an all-Catholic boys' high school. Fucking got a decent education. My dad worked there. I have family ties to that shit. But yeah, I went to University of New Hampshire. Got a degree in ornamental horticulture. I've done landscaping for a long time. I work at a greenhouse now. Nice.
So Potna, the question that let me see what he just said. Just a question. So Biddy redeemed the 2000 on to Talk About It, and he said, what is your life story? So you have a big plate on you right now. He said, what is your life story?
Biddy likes
what
that.
is something you could tell your younger self? And then my mom said, like I said, you got a big plate on you. My mom would also like to know how you know so much about this stuff.
My God, Mama Blake, are you trying to get me to incriminate myself?
Whoa,
Let me start.
really?
She used to work for the FBI, so I'm just saying if she knocks on your door, I can't help you.
Bro,
Okay, so it
ban
was
her
all
from chat. Hang on, ban her.
all
I'll
Wikipedia.
ban her. I'll get her out of there. No,
Oh,
she's just talking about like the educational side. How do you know so much about the educational side of things?
okay, so let me just go in the order that you handed to me at. What's my life story?
I
Bro,
gave
my life
like I
story-
gave like a I did like a bullet point type
I
thing.
told him it's a big question.
Yeah,
so
I didn't know how much we wanted to get into it.
my life story is like still in the making, bro. Like every day, we're writing pages in it, bro. But like, you know, if I have to leave you with a slogan of what I definitely know my life is about now, it's to have as much fun as possible, you know, with and cause like as little pain as possible to people, and just live your life like as big as you know you want to,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, live it as big as you know you want to. A lot of people, they know how big they want it to be, but they're afraid. They stifle it. They suppress it, like I mentioned earlier. And you know, just know that you can do it. You don't need to listen to the people that say you can't. If you got those friends, leave them now. That's okay. They got other people to bring down. Just
Yeah.
you know how big you want to do it. Everyone out there, you know how big you want to live it. Live it up. Live it up.
Oh yeah.
Um, what was the second question? I'm sorry.
It was. What would be something you would tell your younger self?
What would be some? Yeah, I would just tell my younger self to just do it. Like, don't listen to anyone. It kind of relates to the first one. Like, don't even listen to your parents, because your parents are telling you stuff from their perspective. You know, maybe listen to the part where they say like, don't go crazy with the, you know, like listen to like the obvious stuff. But if they tell you you have to go to school, nah, this is your life, your career, your path. Like, do not with if anyone out there is telling you this is what you have to do, but you know in yourself there's a different plan, listen to yourself first. Listen to
Yeah.
yourself first. Let yourself discover this plan that's inside of you. Everybody's got this plan inside of them, like of this path of where they want to go. Like, feel it out. If you're more of a feeler, listen to yourself. If you're more of a listener, and let that guide you. Don't just think, okay, well, person X said you have to go to film school and then go here, so I'm gonna do that. That might have worked for him, but listen to yourself. You're on a different path. Everyone's on a different path, and that's what I would tell my younger self.
Someone said, "Be your own self."
Be your own self. That's what I would tell my younger self. When I was a younger person, I was always imitating, and that's just because I was trying to find out who I was. But I wish I imitated myself way earlier. You know?
Yeah. That's big. That's big. That's actually a dope way to look at it.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for saying that. Now, regarding what your mom asked, how I know all this,
Incriminate. Incriminate.
yeah,
Incriminate.
I mean, I'm not ashamed to say it. Like, I've done drugs before, like plenty of drugs. I've done like almost every drug under the sun. I've never done like the
DMT?
no, I haven't done DMT. So I've never done like the big daddies of every class. Like, I've never done
Okay.
the crack, I've never done the meth, I've never done the heroin, I've never done the DMT, but I've done like basically everything underneath that. And
Okay.
I think experimenting with drugs is totally fine. I'm not telling, this is not me saying kids go out there experiment with drugs, but if you are experimenting with drugs, do it safely.
That
And
and setting.
set and setting, do it safely. And I
And
think that
educate yourself on it.
definitely not as bad as the
Yeah, I would say don't go blindly into that shit. I mean, at least have an idea of what you're getting into. Like acid and mushrooms, especially, is like have an idea of what you're getting into before you do that, because that's like a 6 to 12 hour commitment.
Yeah.
Especially,
I
I mean, I have way more experience with doing acid than I have doing mushrooms. I don't do it. I haven't done it in years, but there was a point. There was a point in my life where I was eating a lot of acid, and you know, it's just set and setting. Just don't be dumb. Do what you're comfortable with, and take it slow.
Yeah. And I think what Big Partner was trying to allude to and get to the crossroads of is that you need to educate yourself, which is what he was answering.
Yeah.
I'm imagining my mom's question is he's educated himself on what he's doing down to a science, which I think is super dope. That if you're gonna do something, educate yourself on it completely, wholly, and do it safely, like you guys were saying, in a safe setting around safe people. Do it, so on and so forth. I personally haven't done it because I'm mentally not capable of doing it. Can't even smoke weed, so I can not imagine that I could do anything else. But If I could, I would. I've actually wanted to microdose on like shrooms or something, right? Just a microdose. Like, I don't know how to do it, so I need to educate myself on it actually.
Dude, I got a good podcast for you to listen to on
I need
microdosing.
to.
There's a
I want to.
yeah, someone in my chat just said bringing a whole new meaning to the melting pot.
The melting pot. So my mom said, but what is your educational background? She wants to know
Alvin,
if you
I love
actually have
you.
an educational background and like, did you go to college? Like,
Oh yeah. My educational background was psychology in university. Yeah.
did you
Well,
graduate from college?
In my final semester, I dropped out because I was
Okay.
like, there's a few loose ends you have to tie up, and I was like, no, this is not what I want to do.
so
And
you said psychology.
that's right.
Well, how does that make you feel?
Why did you leave me? No, I love talking to people and asking like how they are the way they are, why they are the way they are.
It's fucking Molly. Yeah, dude, that's dope. I like I said, I wish I could try that shit, but I literally know I would die from it. Like, I just know.
Well, I mean, so I mean, I don't know if you die from anything that you took. I know
I
Mama
probably would,
Blake's
but
in
mentally I
there.
would.
There's one of the big reasons why I never did like DMT or like took a shit ton of acid or mushrooms was because I didn't feel like I was mentally ready and like in control of my psyche, really. Like, I felt like if I took a shit ton of mushrooms or something, I would like lose my mind.
Yeah.
Some people have psyches that can snap, that can
Yeah,
break,
yeah.
to a mental illness.
Well,
Such as
and it's like I have friends who are like, yo, I'm taking mushrooms and acid at the same time and like tripping their balls off, and then they come out of it and they're fine. And it's like, I don't know personally if I could do that. Like, I have anxiety and shit like that, so I'm not. I like to be in control of my thoughts and emotions, and I tend to take on that protector type role of like making sure everyone else is okay. So I don't know if me personally, if I could like fucking trip my balls off and like just go totally like take a fucking quarter of shrooms or some shit like that. I don't think I could ever do anything like that.
So I'll do this very quickly, but like you guys said, that somebody can take so much shrooms that it breaks their psyche, right?
It depends on the person.
I used to wrestle with this guy in high school who was my first year wrestling, and I think he beat me the first time. I beat him the second time. It was always good wrestling matches. The first time he beat me pretty bad. The second time I was like doing pretty good, but he still beat me. Something like that. Something across those lines.
Yeah.
Years down the road, haven't talked to him in years. And I'm talking about just last night. He texts me and says something across the lines of, "You need to grow your hair out." I haven't talked to this dude in years. I said, "I'm sorry?" He said, "You need to grow your hair out so that we can have godly tight battles." I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And he was like,
battles?
godly tight
Dude,
battles.
Okay, so I've listened to more than enough murder mysteries that you need to be careful of someone like this. Straight up.
I don't know even where he lives. I'm pretty sure I'm very far from him.
So
I was like, "What are you talking about, man?" And he was like, "You need to grow your hair out," because he gets into this long ass story of how African culture, your hair is where you get your power from, and so on and so forth, and how our wrestling matches back in high school were so amazing. That like if I were to grow my hair out, we could have godly battles and get so much pussy. Like something completely just off the shelf.
Wait. So he was telling you this sort of outlandish thing, but he still mentioned so we can get more pussy. He
just slid it in there. He just slid it in there for some reason so that we can get pussy. And I haven't talked to this dude in years. Yeah, and so I'm like just trying to understand where he's coming from. And then I was like, "All right, are you drinking?" He said, "Oh no, a couple days ago someone tried to kill me," which this is a lie, by feeding him too many mushrooms. And so right then and there I knew. I was like, okay, this guy's mentally like not all there. Like,
yes. I think
and so he was
tripping. Bro, I think you gotta
you
gotta make friends with this guy and like try to like hang out with him, maybe like go karting or mini golf or something. No,
I told him.
block this number.
Well, he was a very cool dude. I told him that he needs to start looking into mental health, and he said that he was currently. He did like come down a little bit, and I tried to like earth him, and I said, you know, you're not sounding like very like there right now.
Yeah.
I need you to like kind of just talk to me. And he was like, okay,
Better
I
than
understand.
me.
Like I am trying to get help, but it was. I'm talking about, bro. This was like 2 a.m, and he just says, grow your hair out. I was like, bro, I'm about to go get a haircut on Wednesday. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, no, dude, grow it out, dude. That's where you get your strength from.
Yo, hey, round of applause for Biddy. He just got his homework done. Let's go, Biddy.
Oh yeah, good job,
Let's
Biddy.
go, Biddy.
Good work done. Good job.
Sir.
Dude, that was a fake clap for me. Fuck your homework and fuck your teachers, bro.
God. Oh my god. Quote it again. If you're gonna do meth, try it once.
We should have like
Jskinz.
a canceled timer, like a canceled counter on the side, you know? How many times Jskinz gets his canceled each podcast.
We should have one above our camera.
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Today.
Biddy just came into my chat. He said, "Yeah, fuck school." So
Yeah, he said not too long ago. He's like, I don't have to go to school. He goes, wait, I don't have to go to school. He said, I'm gonna be watching the stream a lot more. No, you have to go to school. You have to go to school.
dude, you gotta at least do relatively decent in school. Like, you can't get fucking C's, D's, and F's. That's all I know. At least get the B's.
The bare minimum.
B's.
Don't put yourself in the advanced placement if you don't want to do it, and just try. That's all you have to do.
Just do what you gotta do. It's not that bad. This man's only 13, apparently.
Agreed.
Do your goddamn homework, Biddy.
Once again, and we're in the second part of the podcast. If you guys want to leave any questions for us, we love to answer them. We're sort of now in like the more audience engaged section of our podcast. If you guys want to ask any questions, say any statements, you can say it now, and we'd love to get to it.
Yeah, I'd
sir.
love to hear a question, or if you want us to talk about something. If anyone's got points to call in, and you got some shit to say to us, if you want to fucking throw down, I mean, by all means.
I agree.
We'll have you in here. You could talk your shit, and we'll kick you immediately.
My question is, Biddy says.
Uh-oh.
He's a questionnaire.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is a nice one. How was y'all's days?
Dude, fuck that, dude. How was my day?
How was your day?
It was a fucking Monday, dude. How do you think it was?
Get out there. All right, so we'll skip this. So
How
my
about-
day was good, Biddy.
What did you do this weekend? Anything exciting this weekend? I went paintballing. I'll talk about it in a little bit, but did you guys do anything crazy this weekend?
All right, my chat is actually going crazy for question. I didn't.
No, I think like this weekend, like, you know, we were just setting up for this podcast, and that's primarily what was on my mind. I didn't go out or anything, but I just recently got like Tinder back, and I think I might invite over some female company once again. It's been a while.
Are you gonna
Nice.
you're gonna
Oh, yeah.
you're gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna stream while you're here. You could be my
That's good
sexy
content.
boxy girl on the stream.
Yeah, a co-host. I think like if I didn't care about like where that relationship is going, yeah, I might ask them to
Right.
come on stream. But if I do care about that girl, I'm probably gonna cultivate it in a slightly different way. The relationship, you know. And what about you,
All right.
Blake? What did you get up to this weekend? With
I did absolutely. I just rested. I don't do anything on the weekend. I stream on the weekends and I rest because I go really hard throughout the week. So like my Friday, I get done work or working out, then I stream, and then Saturday or Sunday, I pick one of the days and I just sleep throughout the day.
So you got a rest in. You didn't get arrested.
Yeah, no, I didn't get arrested, not yet. Not yet.
Well, I'm glad those Florida cops are keeping it somewhat in check.
They tried to. I would hope. Marissa wants to know, will this be posted somewhere? We were actually just talking about that before we started the podcast. We're gonna start a TMP YouTube channel, so we are gonna be on that very soon, and it will be posted on there. Each episode. Do we want to get into the details of what we're trying to keep it down to, so on and so forth, or just?
What do you mean, the details of what we're trying to keep it down to?
Like the schedule that we have as for right now.
Yeah,
And
so
how many we're gonna do.
We are, yeah, that's a great question. I think we can be transparent about that. We're thinking about doing one episode every Monday. So we're going to be live every Monday at this time, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And we're thinking about just doing 3 episodes first as a trial, as a teaser, and see how the reaction is, you know? And after that, we're going to regroup. If we get good reactions that people want more, we're going to come back with more. But right now, we're doing every Monday, 6 p.m., 9 p.m., and then we're doing 3 episodes only.
Plenty of room to improve. Plenty of room to see what you guys have to say about what you think of this. I mean,
And there's still will be a YouTube as well.
yeah.
Regardless of how many we do. And then someone in chat said, I can already answer this for Potna. Who did they vote for?
Why you gotta say I can answer this for Potna?
He can't vote!
No, I know he can't, boy. I voted for fucking Biden, man. You should know. I ain't no fucking Trumper. God, I was telling my grandma the other day, like, oh, this is bad. I was like, we should change the definition of the R word to people who support Trump. I said that to her, and she was like, she was like, you ass. She smacked me. I mean, she's not a Trump supporter by any means, but just the fact that I didn't say the R word, I said the word. I was like, we should change this word. She was like, are you ass?
Is the
Miller
R
said
word
good.
No, the R word is the other R word that you're thinking of.
the one that we said we shouldn't say earlier?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. We probably shouldn't say it. I'm not going to say it, but
Yeah, they okay with me then? All right. Stream likes you guys. And then mom said, how do you call in? I want to call in and sing with y'all.
Sing with y'all.
should we have a ceremonial sing off as we get should we do that at the end, like a ceremonial sing off with Blake's mom?
She
We
can't
have
sing. And she doesn't know how to use Discord, so
Dude, we could do September by Earth, Wind, Fire. Do
She
you
would probably love that.
remember?
Blake, we have a function where it's like listeners can call in, and it just costs 3,500 channel points. The channel points are accumulated freely by just spending time in the channel, and once you have enough, you can use that during a discussion to say your peace of mind. But I'm sure your son Blake would love to help you set that up.
Yeah.
You know, off stream, off.
I got
after.
you, Mama Dukes. I'll help you with that.
I
But
do
yeah.
have a question from one of my viewers. He says, where do you guys see yourself in 10 years? We're getting all these great life questions, but where do you guys see yourself in 10 years? I'm actually especially curious about where Jskinz sees himself in 10 years.
Was it Biddy again?
In 10 years,
You'll be 34.
I'll be 34. Definitely
Right.
not in Connecticut. I'll say
Not in
that.
Connecticut. Okay.
I'm planning on trying to build up my experience doing the greenhouse growing, and at least, if nothing with the whole podcast or producing or any of this works out, the tech stuff, I'll be a greenhouse grower out west. I mean, I'm not sure. I want to be in the sun 24/7. So, Connecticut is not the vibe for that. I'm not even looking forward to this winter. I wasn't looking forward to last winter.
Winter is coming.
Do you see yourself married or in the middle of a serious relationship when you're 34?
Hopefully married at that point.
You do want to be married?
Yeah, I mean, I am going through a thing with my ex of 4 years, so I mean, I'd love to marry her. I'm still very much in love, and
so I'm just gonna go ahead and ask this question, right? You say you're in love with your ex. You guys are, not in a relationship because you said she's your ex. Why aren't you in a relationship?
because I drink too much, and I was an asshole in our relationship. Not.
Yeah. So it was those reasons.
I mean, she says no. I say yes. I wasn't at the point where I was an adult. I wasn't doing the shit I had to do around the fucking place, and wasn't taking care of myself, and wasn't taking care of what had to be done, and
Yeah. Just had to adult real quick.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah, I feel that.
we got into a relationship when I was 20, pretty much fresh out of college, and not. I don't know. I've been working for 4 years. I turned 21, started fucking buying alcohol from the liquor stores, and
you know, it's hard. Like when you've been with someone for a long time and you've been with them when you were in a state of maybe like not as mature as you are now, when you get with that person, you sort of devolve back into that state. So no matter how mature you are with me right now, Jskinz, you might be a totally different self when you're with your ex because you guys started when you're in a different mind state. You know, so it's hard. You really have to
Right.
try to evolve to be more mature in
yeah,
that relationship.
people grow as they get older, and you sometimes you move apart so drastically you can't stay together, and sometimes you move apart and you have those tough times. And I think we're at a point in a relationship where we've moved apart and we want to kind of figure out what exactly we want to do with our lives individually and go from there. I mean, it sucks. I'm not gonna lie, fucking sucks. But I mean, I'm trying to make myself a better person, and
As long as you are is the big point, though, right? Like if you were just ready to to dissolve into that like toxicity that you were creating, which I'm sure you could admit to it because I've done the same, then that would become the issue. But like me personally, I was going down the same path, and I said, what, this is kind of an issue, and you're doing the same thing. You're fixing it, which is so dope. Like that's a growing experiment.
yeah,
Yeah, and
therapy every Friday.
Yeah.
therapy is great. Therapy really helps you let you know like you're not a freak. You know, when someone listens to all your thought process and all
Just
everything in your mind and they don't judge you, you realize like, hey,
yeah,
this is
an unbiased person to talk to and give you advice on what you're going through. Because like it's easy to talk to your friends about something you're going through, and have them be like, oh, like fuck that, like she's a bitch, blah blah blah, or whatever they might say on those lines. But it's nice to have an unbiased person tell you like your thoughts are valid, and like this is why you're right and this is why you're wrong. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Not to switch up the vibe completely, because it is a complete switch up of the vibe. Are we done on this topic?
What
yeah,
have you got?
throw my feelings away. Fuck it. We're on.
No,
We're on to the next topic.
This man is like, are we done
I'm
here?
I'm
Are we
pour
done?
I'm pouring my heart out, and
I
you
don't
know
mean
what?
I don't mean to completely just like pull the rug right now.
Oh my god! Did you guys see that? Yeah,
No,
y'all hear
someone
Bitch?
redeemed
Really
a
follow
point.
BlakeBish.
I'm sorry. No, because I completely agree. I've gone through the same thing. So like I fucking 100% can
Should I tell
what's
them?
the word?
I gotta
Agree
go to
with you there.
break.
Miller, it's a stupid question. Who's your celebrity crush?
Dude,
Um,
Brandy braids. Yeah, look her up. Brandy Brandi braids.
Like braids, like the hair?
Yeah, like the hair.
I swear to God. Swear to God. Say swear.
don't
I swear to
know, I
God,
don't know.
Brandy braids, bro. What the hell?
No
Hey, can we put that on
way.
the screen? Can we put that on the screen so our
No,
viewers?
no, you can't put it on the screen.
Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing
No,
it.
I don't think you can. She's a porn star.
Oh, really?
Brandy braids? Who are you looking at?
Is she a black girl?
No, she's a white chick with freckles, bro. She's like she's like top 40 on Pornhub right now. That's my girl.
Oh, what? Someone else completely popped up.
Wait, let me look up
Madison Beer. What about you, partner? Who's your celebrity crush?
I think my celebrity crush is like Billie Eilish.
Word. Like a year ago?
Oh, I see who you look up.
I don't know. She's fine now. I don't think was she more attractive a year ago? I think she's great. Yeah. Like she looks like a cool person, you know what I mean? She looks like a cool person. She's got cool style. I like her. I think her face is really pretty. So,
Okay.
I would like to get to know her.
I bet. I don't think I have one. I know that sounds whack as hell.
I mean, like sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
Yeah, no. If I had to choose, oh, it'd be Topanga.
Well, who's Topanga? Can you pull that up on the screen? Who's Topanga?
You don't know who Topanga is?
I've heard that song Topanga from
Yeah,
Trippie Redd.
Trippie
Trippie
Redd.
Redd.
I've seen some like YouTube videos where it go like that's Topanga, but then I thought they're still talking about the song. Can you
Yeah,
pull
I
it
got
up
you.
on the
Yeah, I
screen?
got you. I
Here?
got
I
you.
don't know. So if I don't know, I think some of my viewers might not know. Hey, people in the Big Pond chat, do you guys know who?
Yeah, maybe I'm
Topanga is?
capping. Maybe I'm capping. Hold on. Why is Topanga not looking as good as she did? Hold on, let me think of a different one. Damn, do I have one?
You know what? I got you guys.
Oh, let me think of a different one.
Randy Brands on Pornhub. Shout out. That's all I got. That's all I gotta say.
I think that Blake is talking about this girl here, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, the pictures I just looked up were not that fire though, low key.
Oh, wow, she looks kind of like more mature. Like, how old is she? She's like 30 plus, probably, right?
So it was Boy Meets World, was where she is originally from.
Wait,
And,
what? Wait, what's her name? What's her name?
Topanga it was her.
Oh
character.
yeah.
Oh, she's 1 year younger than me. She's 27, I think.
Yeah, I'm talking about her character whenever she was in the show Boy Meets World.
Oh,
That Topanga, not her current.
Danielle Fishel. She's 39. She's 5'1".
Childhood crush. Okay, childhood crush. So current crush.
She kind of looks like that girl from American Pie 1, like the European girl, the foreign girl. Oh, Adam, what is these? You know that girl?
No, I've never heard of that. I don't think I have one. I how whack that is, but I don't think I have a celebrity crush. Let you see.
You don't have a celebrity crush?
I don't think so.
What about like any like music star, like Ariana Grande, Megan Thee Stallion, like?
What's up, Pasta Salad?
Dude, maybe even for you, like it might be you know, Harry Styles.
Harry Styles. I can't find it. Good picture.
Yeah, Pasta Salad's my boy Calvin from home. He's a glass artist.
I can't find one, Rocky. I'm not sure. Miller, I'm not showing you.
I've named Calvin before.
Let me.
I don't know, guys. I'm more into like literally like body parts, like not the person. You know, if a girl has
wait. Have you?
I don't care what your personality is.
Have you ever heard of Plast? Plaast?
Ronda Rousey. What?
No. Not Ronda Rousey for me. Her personality is like she's so cocky and not a good sportsman. That turns me off actually. Her behaviors in the ring, it turns me off in the bedroom.
Megan, he's just like Zach. I'm sick. Who said Megan? Did someone say Megan Thee Stallion?
No, I'm not really that attracted to Megan Stallion. She looks good though. I'm not too attracted to her.
Yeah. Who's just like Zach Keontae? What are you looking up, Jason?
I was looking up Plast. It's like pussy, legs, ass, armpits, something, and something. Plast. I heard about it on a podcast.
Oh.
Okay, great. Yeah, no. I'm not into the armpit stuff. I think lately I've heard
dude, it's just
lately I've heard like the armpit stuff coming out. Like, I'm not into the armpit stuff at all.
It's just getting the photo with the pussy. It's like getting a photo with everything in at the same time, like your pussy, your legs, your ass, your arms, your I don't remember what S&T stands for. But I looked it up and I feel like it's gonna be harder to look up than I thought. I heard about it on the Your Mom's House podcast.
Pasta Salad said it's pussy, legs, ass, smile, toenails, and tits.
Yes, he's got it.
Wait, so that's not even armpits then?
No, it's not armpits. I spelled it wrong.
You wanted it to be.
Well, I mean, armpits, dude. The hairier, the better, you know.
Oh my God! Why did my mom say smile and tits? Why does she know?
Oh my God! Oh my God! Maybe your mom watches your mom's house podcast as well. She is a mom.
I don't think she watches podcasts. I don't think.
Okay.
How does she know that?
Dude, your mom's just fucking cultured, okay?
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
yeah.
No,
Yeah,
she's
so we're talking about toenails and tits. Yeah, sure. The plas sounds good to me. Does it have to be all in the photo at once?
Yeah, technically it's like all in the photo at once. It's like that's the genre. It's
But how
all
do you see pussy and ass at the
yeah,
same
that's
photo?
how they get creative with it, you know?
Okay. All right. So it
Partner's like,
looks like
I got something to look up after.
I'm just imagining like a below the legs, between the legs, like shot. You know, like she's lifting up her legs. You're looking at the pussy and the ass at the same time, and all while she's scrunching her toenails into the shot as well.
Dude,
I don't know, guys. I don't know, guys. I like feet though. Let me just reiterate that. I like a nice pair of like done up pedicure toenails. Oh,
you like to you like to so if you were with a if you were with a girl and she was like suck my toes, you'd do it?
oh yeah.
yeah. If they look nice, yeah, I would.
No,
Like, if
no,
they
all right, hang on.
Jskinz toes, no, I would
No,
not.
so say it's a hot girl, like
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
And she takes her socks and shoes off and they're like so fucked up from wearing heels all the time. And she was like, I really just and she didn't wash her feet or anything. She was like, I really love it when a man sucks my toes. Like, would you do?
No, I wouldn't like. You're making it sound really like dirty, and if it's
It is
how
dirty.
dirty
It
you
is
like,
dirty.
no, I wouldn't. Like, I'd probably like look at it and be like, "That's a damn shame. Why don't you wash them first?" And I'll do that.
That's a damn shame.
If
Big
she
yo.
was like, "I'm not washing them," I'd be like, "This is a waste."
Be like, yo, I got a pumice stone in my bath.
All right, we got 3 questions right now. All right, so Miller wants to know if either of you guys are buying an OnlyFans for feet pics. Would
No,
you sub to it?
no, I don't have any OnlyFans.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I don't know
You
about
wouldn't?
like. Okay, I don't support like. I wouldn't pay for a woman that I would not be like dating.
It's
or
all
anything.
free on Pornhub.
I wouldn't. Yeah, like I don't. Okay, I don't want to be a woman's like minions. I don't want to be a woman's like followers. I don't want to be any woman's like unless I truly look up to that
Yeah.
woman. But it's either me and you are like on a one-on-one basis. But I'm never gonna be one of your many followers.
Yeah,
unless
I
truly appreciate that woman.
I agree. Listen, your OnlyFans is available on Pornhub, so I'm not paying for that.
And what
All
about
right,
you,
Dan.
Blake? What about you, Blake? Have you subbed
I
to
actually
OnlyFans?
almost subscribed to my first OnlyFans just recently, and I didn't. But
And
I
why
very
didn't
much
you?
thought about it. Her name is Hawk something on. She's a TikTok person. Her name is Hawk, and she actually just like collabed with this person, but their chemistry looked super fire. Just like from the like, I guess clips that I saw, the chemistry looked dope, and I was like, listen, I would probably drop 15 on this, but I didn't.
Wait, her like sexual chemistry with another person, or you mean on TikTok they collab, and then is it like off on OnlyFans?
Both. It was Twitter and TikTok.
All right, I got a question. Bouncing off this whole OnlyFans thing, would you either create your own OnlyFans or would you collaborate with a female person who wanted to do OnlyFans? Would you make videos with them to post?
Wait, I'm sorry. So,
All right, so what are your opinions on being filmed having sex, and would you have that posted to an OnlyFans?
Wait, I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
What are your opinions on being filmed while having sex, and would you have that posted to an OnlyFans?
No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't post myself sexually online. I would make like sex videos, porn videos with girls I like. I think that's hot, but I wouldn't post myself online. No, because
I wouldn't personally care.
especially now that I'm being public, with my face, like on Twitch, on streaming, I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that. If it like got out there, if someone leaked it, like that was against my will, so that's fine. But like I wouldn't post it myself. No.
Well, I want to take this opportunity to promote my OnlyFans hashtag horsecock69420. No, I don't have an OnlyFans.
So Marissa, going on to the second question, Marissa said, okay, so I've heard that guys don't like red colored toes and nails. Is this true? I want to firstly say absolutely this is not true in the least bit.
I'd say your finger and toenail is the last thing I'm worried about. The biggest thing for me is the
She's
face.
saying specifically red though. Red.
No, red doesn't. No, colors don't fucking matter to me at all.
Marissa said, okay, so I've heard that guys don't like red colored toes and nails. Is this true?
Yeah, yes, for me, yes, because it looks like you're a goddamn like female psychopath, or you're a female like
Really?
a baker or something. And that's okay if you bake, right? But if you have red nails and red toenails, it's so like just like red lipstick. I like lipstick, but like not bright fucking red. It looks like you're an old-fashioned like 50s era like. I don't like it. It's not sexy to me. No.
See red nails is like empowerment. Like I like a powerful girl. Like if that makes sense. Like
it does
that's
have a
what I
little
see it
bit of
as.
vibe. It's too powerful for me. It's
Dude,
too powerful.
Really?
I don't like that.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. That it's funny to hear one person not like it and one person be like, "Oh, yeah, that's empowerment." I don't give a fuck what color your fucking fingernails are. You could you could paint them all a different color, man. I don't care about your fingernails. I care about how you look, like face wise and body wise. I know that's kind of shallow, but like, if you look good, you look good, and you know you look good. Like, I like a sexy girl.
You guys don't have any questions, do you? Because I have like a list right now.
I got no questions. The last thing in my chat was me explaining who Brandy Braids was.
I mean, I have no problem like being friends with powerful women. I like powerful women.
Yeah, me too.
But if we're just talking about like sexual attraction, and she has bright red, and it's only red. It's not like a Christmas decoration. There's like a gift here, a treat here. It's only red on her fingernails and or toenails. No, I don't like that at all. It looks like she's about to like, she's a psychopath.
Nah, dude. If she looks good, we're in there.
I love it.
Actually, another thing is it's just a red. It's just a red. Nah. If it was like a matte red, even if it was like a matte red, that'd be miles better. But if it's that bright red,
Maria Cacdela.
Yeah. So
I'm looking her up.
One of you guys pronounced he's bargaining or telling me about it. His name is pronounced Keontae. I'm sure.
Keontae, I knew it was gonna be that.
It's not an easy name to pronounce.
Yeah. What is he like? Irish? Is he Irish?
No, he's mixed like me.
But like,
he's a little half breed.
Where did the name Keontae come from?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Pasta
wants to know if Jskinz wipes from front to back or back to front.
Oh my god, are we gonna go into this right now? Pasta this motherfucker just came into my chat and asked me about one-ply toilet paper. But yeah, exactly. He said on a scale of 1 to 10, how acceptable is one-ply toilet paper? I'm saying 1. But also he wants to know if I wipe back to front or front to back. I wipe back to front. I know that's a pretty controversial issue between the two of you, or between the three of us, but dude, I don't rub the shit up against my balls. I never understood why people were so against that shit. You fucking put it through your legs while you're sitting there and you wipe front to back. You fucking drop that shit in. Dude, there's no ball to shit touching. There's no shit to anything touching. You fucking wipe it and you drop it in there. I want to know how you guys are comfortable reaching back around here, wiping that. It doesn't make sense, dude. Just fucking take your dump and fucking wipe a little bit, toss it in there.
God, what? He's got shitty balls. Watch his balls.
Get the fuck out of here. Is that fucking Pasta Salad saying that? That motherfucker has the shittiest balls I've ever seen in my goddamn life. Dude, he pulled his balls out once and they were brown from poop, man.
Oh my god. Yeah, where was he pulling them out from? Why do you know about this?
Why do I because, man, we've had many intimate experiences. He claims he's Mexican. No, he's white as hell, and he's got shitty brown balls from poop, man.
Yo.
Wow.
I put my hand in between my legs too. Oh my goodness.
You do too? Huh? You what?
My butt said.
You wipe back to front, huh? Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm front to back. No, I'm front to back. Don't blame me.
No, you're definitely back
My
to
ball,
front.
my balls are brown from the skin, not the poop.
Maybe a little bit of both.
Squeeze My Butt wants to know when we've all lost our virginities.
17, the perfect age, as Chef by South Park says. 17.
Was
Why
it
does he say
a
it's the perfect age?
What? Wait,
Why
what?
does he say it's the perfect age?
Dude,
Why is it the perfect
he doesn't explain why. He just they ask him what's the perfect age to lose your virginity. He says 17, and they ask him why, and he says 17. I don't know, man. I just happened to lose my virginity at 17. It was very awkward. It was in my grandparents' basement on a couch. There was no music or anything, and I fucking busted in like 12 seconds.
Nice, sounds lovely.
Let's go.
What about you, Blake?
Got her pregnant, killed the child. Sorry.
Damn.
No, no.
Mine was 18, and she was flirting with me in athletic training class, and I said, listen, if you keep on playing with me, you might as well just come to my house, right?
Wow.
So she came to my house, busted out a bottle of Burnett's, okay?
There you
Oh,
go.
wow.
We're getting serious.
Dude, the high
yeah,
tier
so we-
shit.
Oh yeah, and I'm pretty sure it was like it might have been like some strawberry Burnett's or something like that. So we busted out the Burnett's. We were getting serious. We're in the basement, dancing around. I said, well, why don't we just take this upstairs? And so we took it upstairs. So now, mind you, we're drunk. Like we're like 18. So we had already drank the entire bottle of the Burnett. So I'm carrying her like piggyback style up these steps. And as I get halfway up the steps, I lose my balance a little bit, right? So I'm falling back and I realized I had to make a choice. Are we both going down or is she going down by herself? So I ditched her, right? So like in our house, it was like a bottom level. And then there's like you go up one flight, you turn around, you go up. It was what do you call those things?
Spiral staircase?
Not a spiral, split level house. So we're on the bottom level and I'm falling back and I realized, so I said, damn, I gotta drop you. So I dropped her, right? So she falls, doom, 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 hits the ground, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. So like I get her and I was like, listen, get on my back. I got you this time. She was like, no, I'll just
She's
walk.
gonna trust you again?
I had to make it up. I said, no. So we're at the bottom of the staircase. I'm like, listen, get on my back. I have to carry you up these stairs. And she was like, I don't want to at this point. And I was like, all right, let me carry you from the front. So I'm now carrying her like a little baby, right? It's a little bit more, intimate. So we finally get up there and like I said, busted in like 20 seconds. It was the worst thing that I've ever did in my entire life.
So your first time, it wasn't with a girlfriend or anything. It was actually like you hooked up. Your first time was a hookup. Oh wow! And did you guys become like girlfriend and boyfriend after that? Because in high school,
can talk to me after that.
Oh, she used you for the
Hell
dick.
yeah! Hell yeah!
Wow.
It might have been a checkup. It wasn't an appointment. It was a checkup. That shit was quick.
Jskinz, for you were like with your girlfriend, I presume, right?
Why you presume that, bro?
Because I assume for most people, their first time.
So I was really, really into this girl, and for a little bit, she was really into me, and like we were dating for a little while, and I was going off to college, and I said like we could either stay together or not, and I mean, I guess girlfriend, not really though. Like more of like a real. I was really interested in the female I was banging. So yeah, not really a girlfriend, but more of a love interest. You bastard! Tell your chat to shut the hell up. How about that?
Dude, I was like listening to what you said. There was like some pauses. I was like, okay, let me take this time to answer, and then you're done.
No.
And then as soon as I took the time to answer, make the point earlier. Bro.
Listen, man, I'm just.
Your girlfriend was about to split for college, and you're like, let's fucking consummate this.
No, you weren't even listening. No. No. We banged, and I was really into her, and she wasn't that much into me. And then she ended up being really into me when I went to college, and just like, I mean, we had banged prior to that, and shit just fell off as I got older, and was banging mad chicks in college. I mean, I grew out of it. I was obsessed with this one girl in high school, and I went to college and fucking experienced college, and that was the end of it.
Shit changed.
Nice, bro.
What about you, partner? When was yours?
I lost at 16.
Okay, you got us beat.
Ooh.
Huh? I got you guys beat. Y'all did it like way later than I thought. Y'all
Way
Americans,
later.
I thought y'all Americans would be like, I got it done at 14, but no.
Yeah, and then
happens a lot.
you Canadians be like, oh, I fucked at 16, eh? Be like,
Yeah, we were just drinking maple syrup, recounting the tales of when we lost our virginity. It was 16 for me. It was with my girlfriend. She was a Christian, right? So there was a little
oh,
bit
the
of like,
freaks.
she was a freak. Oh my god. There's a little bit of like wearing down, so to speak, but like it
Oh
was just
yeah.
natural courtship or whatever, right? So like she was like, oh, I'm a virgin. I don't know if I want to lose my virginity. And then so we're like, okay, so what do you want to do?
You want to lose your virginity.
She's like, well, you can put it in my ass. I was like, what? And then like, so of course I was game for it.
Good
Right?
old run
Ready
around.
to put it in any hole.
The old poop hole loophole.
Yeah, exactly. So then we were like on her bed, like her parents are gone. It was summertime. Her parents at work. We didn't have school, so we were on her bed. And then she was like, "Okay." She aimed her butt at me. She aimed her butt right at me. And she was like, "All right, go ahead."
No way.
You were trying to like put it in her butt, and it was really tight. If you guys have ever gone into poop hole, have you guys ever gone into poop hole?
Yeah.
It's quite tight. It's almost like 3 times as tight,
Yeah.
scientifically speaking. So I was trying to get it in there, and we had lube and everything, but it was hard. I couldn't. So then she was like, "Oh, I'm so horny. Just stick it in." So that's how I ended up having sex. She was like, she wanted to go in the poop hole, but she was too horny and too impatient, and we just ended up having regular old sex.
Damn.
Yeah, it was pretty nice.
And that's when God said you're going to hell.
Yeah,
You bust quick?
that was when I was banished from heaven. For
You bust quick?
No, I wouldn't say so. I mean, no, I wouldn't say so.
Dude, he had been jerking off the whole week beforehand.
I busted quick with girls, like first time with other girls in the future, but that first time it wasn't like, oh, that was so
Dude,
good.
if you want to know like the real, I remember being like 15, 16. I think I was 15. I went to a club that was like 18 older, and I met this girl there who fucking drove me back home. We ended up talking a little bit. She was older. She came over and was fucking like giving me a hand job, and I remember like being 15 and not ready, like just, oh my god, you're touching my pee-pee. Like,
wait, you were in a club? You said at 15?
Yeah.
Like a club night music?
Yeah, like a club with alcohol and music.
How? Okay, and then how old was she? Like, at least 21? Was
she must have been 18 or 19. I think she was probably 18 at that point.
So all of you guys were like in the club, sort of like.
Yeah, it was like a new club, like promoted throughout town, and like I lied about my age. I ended up being a promoter for it and like inviting a bunch of people. And I mean, I got in obviously, and I hooked up with this one girl at the bar, and she drove me home, and we started talking after that, and that was Dude, I'm still mad at her because she stole a fucking Mac Miller sweatshirt. Like,
Still mad at her.
God, like this, like story about like the women being like the pursuer, like isn't too uncommon. I see Phoenix from my chat right now. He said he had the same experience as you, Blake. He said, actually, I did it at 13. She was 16. She was my neighbor at the time. I was used, same as that guy there, XD face. We weren't in a relationship. I was just her stud horse. I think that you know what's funny? I want to talk about this quickly. Is that with men, the culture of like maybe getting pursued or having sex, like maybe like an older woman initiated or something. Our like approach to it is kind of like ha 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 ha, like we were the stud horses, like we were used, smiley face, laughing face. And with maybe the women's side, if maybe like a younger girl was pursued by an older man, I'm not gonna use the term like used, but I will use the term maybe like the man definitely did most of the pursuing. Maybe the woman like wasn't quite ready yet, the younger woman. I bet when she talks to her friend, it's a different culture. It's not like ha ha ha, you were like the deflowered one, ha ha ha, I was used. It was probably a lot like, oh, how are you doing? Oh, I feel kind of shitty. Oh, like it's okay, girl. Like it's a lot of that. And there's like a disconnect there. I'm not saying either spectrum is right, but there is a disconnect there. I think that, but the female and the male, like, we should bridge that gap. One, it's not so serious, but at the same time, it's not something we can just laugh off as well. If you did have sex before you were ready.
Well, I agree. I mean, anyone who's over the age of 18 and, you know, going after anyone younger than that, I mean, there's a certain spectrum there. Like, maybe, like, if you're 18 and you get with a 17-year-old, that's a little different than if you're 18 and get with a fucking 14-year-old. I mean, when you're 14 or 15 or even younger, like, you don't know what you're really getting into. I mean, you're in what, 8th grade, you're a freshman in high school, a sophomore in high school, like,
Yeah.
I mean, I know I went to high school with kids who got arrested for spreading child porn because they were talking to girls the same age as them and got videos and spread them around and fucking got expelled from the school I was at because, and then have police reports filed against them for distributing child porn. Like,
Yeah, I mean, those situations in which, like, everyone is under 17 or something, and then they send each other like racy Snapchats.
yeah.
And then it's like, that's against the law. Like, that the law has to be, I think, updated. You know what I mean? Like, people in relationships under 17-year-old, they are gonna send racy Snapchats sometimes. We can't, like, we're gonna throw them in detention or in jail. Like, we should acknowledge that's something that happened with the advent of technology, and that the law, I think, should be updated. Not
Right, and like, not that I agree with people sending the fucking photos or anything. Like, I agree. Like, I'm not gonna be sending any photos I don't send any photos to anybody to begin with. But I agree that, I mean, at the same time, I think that the person who fucking got the video and sent it around to everybody should be punished because, you know, you are underage and you shouldn't be sending that shit around. I mean, I don't know, man. It's a fucking weird subject. I don't agree with... I mean, I don't send nudes, so I don't know what that's like. I don't really agree with anything underage like that, in a sense.
Yeah.
Like,
I think when people are horny, they're gonna express that horniness, and if they have a phone, if they have each other's Snapchats, if they are in a relationship, snaps are gonna get sent. And
right. I mean,
whether you agree it or not, I think throwing them in jail or giving them charges just because they're expressing their love or emotions to each other in a relationship, I think is kind of wild. I think they don't deserve charges for being in a relationship and sending each other whatever they want to send of each other.
yeah, but I mean, even when I was a freshman or when I was in high school, I never thought it was a good idea to fucking send a picture of my dick to some chick.
That doesn't, just because you've never done that, I don't think it negates these people that do want to do that.
Right.
I just want to say that we've reached hour 2 of our podcast, and I think this is going along swimmingly. But I just want to ask you guys, do you guys want to wrap it up and maybe have a discussion on Discord or have a discussion tomorrow? But do you guys want to wrap up the podcast right now? Are some of you guys feeling like you want to keep it going? What are your thoughts?
I'm good to wrap it up. I actually have 2 questions to end it off with if you guys are down.
Yeah, I'm personally ready to wrap it up. I gotta get to bed soon anyway, so.
Yeah, okay. What are those questions, Blake? Me too.
All right. Marissa would love to end it off with these questions. She wants to know, A, when was your first kiss? B, what is your most embarrassing moment?
Oh my God.
These are some good ones to end it off with right here. A little light one and a little hard one.
My first kiss was 16 as well, from the same girlfriend that we were about to, like, with that we had sex. That girl, yeah, my first kiss was that time. Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was good. It's good stuff. Good making out. And then but the most embarrassing moment, fuck. Um, I'm not really like embarrassed by much, to be honest.
That's a
Even when
hard
I
one to
was
answer. Yeah.
yeah, even when I was young, I'll say one that like that my when my dad found out, he went crazy. But I think once again he was living logically rather than living like emotionally. Like I don't even think he really cared. But he looked at the situation and he reacted out of what he thought he should react out of. But this was the situation. When I was in my final year, not even whatever. No, not even my final year. Sorry, grade 8. Okay, I was grade 8. Um, I was in this drama class, and I had like a drama tutor. So, and a girl in her grade 12 year, she was always flirting with me, and in we were always talking about like sexual stuff. And in her yearbook, when I graduated, grade 8. I wrote a bunch of stuff, like a bunch of like naughty stuff in her yearbook, and she showed everybody. It got shown to the principal, and I had to talk to the principal, and the principal, like, I think like somehow it made it to my parents. And then when my dad heard, he went like crazy. But I don't even think like it was a big deal. Like, okay, I wrote naughty stuff in a girl that we've been flirting with this yearbook. Like just the way like he made me feel like his reaction, it made me feel like that stuff is not okay. So I think for a long time I was just getting off topic, but for a long time I just didn't show much like attention to other like girls because I was almost like
Yeah.
afraid of that same sort of
It
like
was like a simp before simp was a thing, right?
well I
Like how
it
people
was
always.
wait, what did you mean? I wasn't like saying like, oh, I love you, but I was like, oh, I want to fuck you. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how people like are saying like, oh my god, you're a simp. Like that's like the new thing
Oh
that people
yeah.
like to make fun of people for if that's a thing. It's dumb.
Yeah. Oh, what about you, Skins? You want to tackle this question?
Sure. They're both pretty embarrassing.
It's less
So
embarrassing
I
too.
would say my first kiss, was in a movie theater. Me and a girl snuck into we went to the movies, saw a movie theater, then we snuck into another theater that wasn't showing any movies, and we made out. Not a very attractive girl. Um,
So were you just doing it because you want some sort of like sexual release? Like,
yeah, I
oh, I
think
want to kiss the
at
girl
that
just
point, I think I was 13 or 12 or 13 at that point, and yeah, definitely some sexual release. The most embarrassing, I thought of a couple things. Super embarrassing. Um, Calvin, it was at Metro. Yeah, probably like 2012, 2013. But my most embarrassing moment, I don't know, there's a lot. I would say, I mean, there's so many. Maybe in 12th grade, I was getting bullied. Or not 12th grade, 8th grade. I was getting bullied. And just like, I remember fucking this kid fucking. I was getting. I was bullied a lot. I was getting bullied at the time. Fucking literally crying my eyes out at my desk in school. Like, I don't know why you guys hate me, blah, blah, blah. And then this kid fucking turned around and fucking took a pencil and like was fucking stabbing at me and fucking stabbed my finger. I still have a lead mark from it in my middle finger. And like I just remember crying like in the middle of class and being like, I don't know why you guys did this. I went to the nurse. There was a fucking piece of lead stuck in my finger. Got the fucking lead pulled out. Nothing ever
You didn't
happened.
press charges on this fucking weirdo?
Nah, I should have. There was two kids. I remember who it was. But this kid,
that sucks, bro.
I was just like, I don't know, man. I was kind of I'm a loser. I mean,
No, you're
I'm
not.
not a loser, but like, you know, I was not the popular kid in school. So, you know,
Yeah.
I got picked on a decent amount and like just fucking assholes fucking stabbing me, dude.
And now
Oh,
look at you.
and now look
The
at me.
fucking man.
1/3 of the
Man, working in the fucking greenhouse.
You made it, bro.
Making more money than these fools.
Keontae said I got called a girl in front of my whole 8th grade class. He had it easy. Oh damn. Keontae, you do look like a girl a little bit.
Blake, yeah, what's your story?
So I had my first kiss at like 15, I think. And her breath stunk
Oh!
really, really bad. Like I
He
remember it
still
specifically. And
remembers.
it was just like it was weird, but
It
that was
was
it. And then
weird, I could tell, yeah.
Calvin,
Did
you
it taste
probably
weird?
did, honestly.
yeah, big time, big time. It was actually, I guess, technically speaking, my first girlfriend ever, and we broke up
Oh,
actually right
no.
after it. Like we were girlfriend and boyfriend, and then we kissed, and then we broke up like the day after.
Hey, ooh, girl, your breath stank.
Yeah, it was pretty quick. My most embarrassing moment, I don't like. It's hard for me to like think of embarrassing moments, but you, Jskinz, actually just unlocked a memory for me that I was just talking about the other day. So
You're welcome.
So just to give it like a little pre-story, when I was in Cancun, like I want to say I was like 13, we were at this pool and I got threw up in the air, and it was like a 4-foot pool. And so I go up in the air and I start to come down head first, and I headbutt the pool ground, and I busted a little part out of my tooth, right? And so we're in the middle of Cancun. My mom's like, I can't really bring you to a dentist here because we're out of state. So I had to go around with like a little chipped tooth, right? So that's just the beginning of it. So we go back to the States and we get it fixed. And probably about 2 years later, I'm in math class, and this girl, her name was Armani. She was a bigger, like light-skinned girl. But when I say bigger, like she could have beat me up. Like Shorty was kind of like thick body, right? But I was always flirting with her a little bit, right? Because I was like, I would like throw like little things at her, and then she would like throw them back, and we would just like kind of flirt back and forth. I don't know why. She was way bigger than me. But so one time I threw something at her, and she was like, if you throw something at me again, I'm going to smack you in the back of the head. I was like,
oh no.
First of all, you're not going to smack me in the back of the head. So now we're at the desk where you like come into the side and you sit, and then there you got the arm, and then there's that big like desk right there. So I'm like sitting there, I'm like, first of all, you're not going to smack me in the back of the head. She was like, all right, bet, watch, throw something. So I threw it. She gets up and she took her pencil to go sharpen her pencil. But like on the way to sharpen her pencil, she was going to smack me in the back of the head. So I'm sitting at my desk and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, all right, when she comes to smack me in the back of the head, I got to dodge it. So I'm like, so she's walking out to my left and I see her. And I'm like, all right, bet, watch. She thinks she's going to smack me. I'm going to dodge it. So as soon as she walked behind me, I said, boom, and smacked my head into the desk and busted all my fucking teeth out right here.
I knew you were going to say that.
And she wasn't even going to smack me. She was just bullshitting. So I'm in the middle of class and I smack my fucking, you ain't going to talk about college? No, we're not going to talk about college. So I smack my fucking face off the desk. I get up and there's a big old gap in between my teeth. The whole class is looking at me like I'm a fucking weirdo. They're like, what are you doing? I was like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm sorry, just leave me alone. And I just left class. And then that was it. I had to go get it fixed again. It's pretty embarrassing.
God. Mom's like, Blake, again? We're on land this time.
Yeah.
Oh again, my God. Wow, well, that's embarrassing. Phew, like, makes mine look like a walk in the park. Nah, I think it's cool. I think it's cool that you guys shared that, and actually, yeah, I can't wait to share more of my fucked up past with you guys.
I know, same.
But guys, for everyone that's listening, we're gonna share more of our fucked up past next Monday. Okay, same time, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. For now, we're about to wrap up our podcast. I just want to say thank you to both my co-hosts, to Blake, to Jskinz. You guys did a great job. And
yeah, thank you guys very much.
So
it was super fun.
I love you.
Podcast. Thank you also to your guys' community as well. Your guys' community is always amazing.
I love you too, Jskinz. And Blake, and to everyone else, yeah, to Blake's channel for asking us questions, to Jskin's channel for producing fun statements. Thank you for everyone's channel. My channel too. Thank you guys. I see Phoenix. I see you putting in work on the keyboard. Let's wrap up this podcast. I'll talk to you guys in the Discord after, but for now, thank you for a great first episode, everyone.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Melting pot number 1.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you guys in melting pot number 2. Peace out.
Peace.